Rico Suave.
Rico Suave. The hair. Oh, jeez.
Any other major plot points I missed?
Crispin bit to dust.
Yeah, Crispin died.
Yeah.
And then we found his new guy. I got attacked by a hobo.
We found Crispin's new guy?
Yeah, we found Randy's new guy. So, what else did we miss? We got stuck for like 2 nights because it just was shitty weather all around.
Yeah.
It happened to do with somebody keep going the
snow
one.
and sleet.
Yeah.
So the pasta house thing
Hey.
popped off.
You already said?
What?
Your
Sorry.
fucking fault for rolling the low score.
Yeah. This was so
You and your
ridiculous.
shitty die roll.
Listen,
God.
he had me roll D12s all goddamn night. I rolled a
We
one
talked fucking everything,
3
too, like-
times.
If
3
not more.
times I rolled a 1. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was horrible.
So sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
my dice out.
There you go. Episode 41 of World of Skell back in Greyhawk, and we're waiting on Tori, who plays Luna, to arrive. But in the meantime, we have Randy as Hendel, the Human Ranger. We have Sean as Durant, Human Scientist. We have Sabrina as Thea, the half-elf warrior, and Tyler as Peter, the half-elf bard.
Oh, we had a
We don't know if Chris is going to make it or not, but if he does, I assume he'll be playing Lewin, the human paladin, which in 2nd edition you can only be human and be a paladin, so that's what we're playing still. All you 5th edition lovers, I'm sorry. And Mark, who plays Brother Abo, the human priest, he will not be in attendance tonight. Got something else going on. So to bring us up to speed, this group that was led by Aluna went out into the Cairn Hills to attempt to rescue people and kill monsters and bring back trophies to get paid. They pretty much turned into a group of sellswords and mercenaries. And with their diverse abilities and characters and talents, they seem to be holding their own. And then a inter-party squabble caused the hirelings that Luna brought on to leave, cutting the relative abilities and power of the group by over half. And it was decided that the task at hand was too dangerous without them, so they regrouped and headed back to Greyhawk. And then the weather turned, so they were stuck with sleet and snow for a couple days out in the woods, and they were attacked by could have swore they were attacked by something first. I don't remember what it was, but I know at one point they came to a snowdrift in the road, and
there were 3 of them. The crab thing.
The priest
remember?
Cast a spell to remove the snowdrifts, and in it was 3 smaller versions of the creature that looked like the kind of the crab thing in the Attack of the Clones movie. I think the creature was called an Atlaze. Or Acklaze.
Acklaze.
For those of you super nerds out there, you'll know which creature that is. And unfortunately, in the battle, brave Crispin, just new to the group, fell, and others sustained injuries. But the creatures were driven off. I think one was killed and 2 others left.
Yeah.
And then the group continued on back to Greyhawk, where they
would have died.
Oh my god, yeah.
The game ended with Aluna and Durant going to the Bankers Guild Hall to deposit money and find out the status of their accounts. Or the group went to get their reward for the heads of the bugbears and something else that they took back. Oh,
Crab's head.
So that money was set up, and then the other people went to the Green Dragon. Oh, and along the way they met Hendel, who was, as far as they know, the only surviving member of the Karen Hills militia that had been sent into the hills before to find out what was going on. So he told them that they were all ambushed and killed as far as he knows, but he managed to get left for dead, and he had nothing on but his clothes, and it was cold out. So he was glad to see someone come by and rescue him.
I thought you said he had his stud leather on.
It's not. So they all went to the Green Dragon to wait for Duran and Luna to show up there, and that is where we will pick up the game for tonight. So back at the Green Dragon, Thea and Peter are enjoying the warmth of the inn, along with Leowen and Brother Abo. Brother Abo says, as much as I enjoy spending time with you all, I'm going to go to the temple and check in and report. And even though he just kind of shakes his head and he says, so I won't be far. I'll be in the temple. Something changes, that's where I'll be staying. And goodbye. And he leaves.
Goodbye.
So unless Thea and Peter wish to discuss anything, or Hendel, you want to, you went and did the thing.
Didn't I go with them to
You
the
borrowed the money so you could resupply, and
I
then
did.
sometime later you
Doesn't
walk
matter.
into the Green Dragon and
I
you
did,
got
'cause that was all.
like new supplies.
That was all.
Okay,
Okay.
and you see them at the
Money
table.
I do.
And as luck would have it, we have the Green Dragon in prepared.
I don't know what this is.
It is an 8-sided die. So it's a 2.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's so cool.
Sean has a few that are shaped like
very
that.
nice.
He has
So-
like a 4-sided and stuff.
Which one?
The cool.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
the
same
biggest.
set. It's just, and then they just keep getting weirder. Like they're all tubular like that.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
the 20-siders got, it's just like that, but 20-sided.
Thea,
Yeah,
if
they're all
you could
all
put
crystal shapes.
you and Peter and
4s I like better than the other 4s.
Hendel at a table somewhere wherever you want to sit.
I don't even know.
Then,
Actually, I think
I
he
was
was
with
with us
him.
at the bank.
Yeah, I was with him. But who needs to be sat where?
Doesn't matter. I mean, we're going back to the end anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're here today. Well, maybe not him today. You,
Peter. He's in the back.
that's my other guy, I guess. Is this, was this Crispin?
Who's Hendel?
That's
Might as well use the
Use the
same
same
guy.
one.
Yeah, just use.
Your son was?
And this
Oh,
one's
so
uh,
lucky.
Leo.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
And that's
So,
it. Okay.
I think that's everybody. Right?
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, and then
6,
Mark. Or
7,
Brother
1, 2, 3,
Abba.
4, 5, 6, 7.
And
Nope, we're missing one.
Obama.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got him down there.
Okay, where do we want to be sitting? Or not we, but.
Are we at our table?
Oh my God, which one was ours? That one?
Yeah, the one. Over.
No, 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 no.
On our table?
Great.
All right, so then Hendel walks in, and you can see that he's carrying some new possessions.
I'm not
Peter.
there. This is all you.
So,
Oh, this is me in here.
yep.
Nice new gear, new guy. I don't know. I
Nice
haven't.
new gear, new guy.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I got that.
So sorry.
I'm gonna get my coffee and settle in for this.
Nice new gear, new guy.
Display.
I ain't got nothing either.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Describe what you're carrying so that this
Please,
goes
yes.
smoother.
What do you have?
I've got a short sword, a long sword, a bow, a dagger that you can see invisible.
Okay.
And wearing leather armor.
Oh wait, okay. Sorry,
Oh.
player to player question. What did we give him? The arrows?
Yeah.
We gave you some flight.
What I get?
Whatever arrows you have.
Okay, I have.
We gave you a full quiver,
No.
I think.
He got the sheep arrows because he's the only other one that can use it.
That's right.
Because
Whatever
he's got a long bow.
arrows that you have.
I have.
We
Okay.
gave you, was it a full quiver? Do you know?
What's it?
I thought it was 20.
20 arrows. You get 20 extra arrows.
Were you taking
That,
Crispin's?
From the arrows that I already have, or
No, you get
Yes.
20 more.
I
I think
think,
there's,
yeah,
I think there's 22
Crispin's
left.
old
22.
thing, because he was the only other
He
one
said
that
22.
used it.
There's 22 left.
22.
Sheep,
22
okay.
more arrows.
So
You didn't have
now I
any fight?
No, there's sheep.
Keep in mind, they probably won't all fit in the one quiver. Is it
I
24 in a
I
quiver?
don't remember how many a quiver holds, to be honest with
Well,
you. I don't
so
normally use a bow.
when
so
I
don't
got-
know.
a quiver with it.
Yeah, but I mean, how many fit in a quiver? 24?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
they don't
have.
have to be in a separate quiver, but you
Well,
got
I
to
gave him a
two.
quiver with 20.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
said
but I-
22 arrows in it. So.
Oh,
So
so, I
now
have
you
two
have
quivers.
two-
Well, it's the only way you're gonna hold that many.
Yeah, but you don't have to like carry both all the time.
I
You can
mean,
leave one in the
put one on the
wagon,
horse
whatever.
or whatever. Yeah, we got extra horses.
I'm gonna need one.
Yeah,
Wait,
did
did
the
you have a
bus
donkey or a
okay.
mule?
The boss house
Hey,
getting
mule.
straight fucked up.
We have a mule.
Yeah,
and
great.
We have
a corpse.
We do have
we have
Crispin's corpse.
no, he has
Oh.
a mule. We have his mule,
Oh,
and we have
Sorry.
you're 6'9". You can't ride a mule.
That'd be funny though.
I
Tell
can't
me that
remember
wouldn't be
Chris's character,
hilarious.
but we have his horse.
Alright,
Lucian or
Lucian.
Lucian. I don't
So okay, I have a lot of player questions.
you can ask them in
Okay.
character to our characters.
Great. Well, you guys aren't here.
And there they come in.
Hey, what's up?
Hi guys, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, new guy, new stuff. Cool.
Make it easy.
Hooray!
I don't want to play
Easy.
tonight. I'd rather watch. So I'm going to go in my room, kick back, and watch this on YouTube. You guys take the show.
Great.
Great. Awesome. Let's. Okay. So
What's on his
I've
computer?
forgotten everything that's happened in the past 3 days. Mind if you guys fill me in?
Well,
Alona says, I'm still pissed. I'll come down later. And she leaves.
damn it. Whatever.
And she's been pissy the whole trip back after she tried to impose her will upon the
She was,
Pasta House gang. And they were like, oh, okay, bye.
she was pissy after I told her what happened on the phone, too.
What happened? She didn't do anything, did she?
No, I told her everything that happened in the game last week after I left here, and she was pissy all night on the conversation about it.
Oh,
She's still pissed, just like you were playing it about what
I
happened. She's still pissy about it on the phone.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's
She
your
knows
role
everything that happened.
Exactly.
So.
You hit it
Well-
right on the head.
How about that?
I'm
That's
sure
why I
you
hate playing
remember
characters when the people
we
are here
lost
because you never.
Crispin.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't have done that. I
He
know.
attacked by the crab things, right?
That's what killed us.
Yeah. So,
We
uh,
he died because we couldn't get to him in time because
Yeah.
the battle lasted
too long.
longer and we were
Longer
all
than
involved. We
expected.
couldn't get to him in time.
Okay.
He passed on before we could get. He was right in the middle of the combat.
You are 6
As
arrows
we all
less, by the way.
Yeah, I
You
have,
shot
I
and
have
missed
that.
like 6 times.
I have that count.
Okay. You
So
couldn't roll shit.
I know.
You were in
Just,
Michigan.
just like you were here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so I shot 6 arrows last time I was here. Did I shoot 6 more
Yes.
arrows? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
minus
that's what you
6
mean.
arrows.
So
Yeah.
minus 6 more. So they all
Yep.
fit in one quiver. That's great.
One of you guys did a bird off screen. That was
What?
fun. One of
Wait, are
guys
you
did a
down to
bird off
2
screen.
arrows from
I
your
don't remember which
original
one.
set?
You may want to
Yeah.
pick up some flight arrows.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The arrows that you use, right? Or the
He
gift
can
one?
use both. I'm just saying you
Oh.
might want to pick up some more flight arrows though. The sheep arrows are good to penetrate armor. The
Yeah.
flight arrows have distance. Okay,
Yeah.
they go
Next
for.
time we go into town,
So
I need to get arrows too, so we'll just both get arrows.
I mean, we're
They
in
can.
town.
They only
Next time
can
we
shoot
go
flight
to market.
because it's a short bow. You can shoot the heavier
Yeah.
arrow, which is the sheep arrow.
Okay.
You may want to,
So
you know,
it'll show you
don't like get rid of your other
right next to your
quiver.
weapons,
Fill it up with
it'll
flight
say the
arrows
type
so
of
you
bow.
have more arrows.
and
Yeah.
it should say either arrow next to yours, I think. So as you know,
And I don't know offhand. This is my character problem. I don't know offhand what the distances are, the differences, but I know that
one's heavier.
flight goes considerably further.
So, as you know, we lost Crispin. On the way, on our travel back, we found Hendel, who is
Okay.
the lone survivor of the militia that went out to the Cairn Hills. We were stuck a few days in our travels because of the weather. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up?
Oh, right in the middle of role playing
I
and
know.
telling you what's going
I'm
on.
sorry.
She got to answer the phone.
It's
Said, "Put it on do not disturb. You work with people to show." That didn't work. Got the door shut. So we're back in Greyhawk.
Yeah. Pasta House Gang.
You
is-
survived
I survived, thank you.
because you stood in the back.
Well,
Well, you know, Luna was up front fighting the whole time.
well,
She got hurt pretty bad, but she's alive.
I'm not a Luna.
I'm just saying she
Well,
was,
yeah.
she wasn't left to the back because she wasn't here.
Yeah.
Actually, Leon, I think, was up front too. Kind of.
He was,
Crispin was too.
and he was
Not that I
injured,
know
but
about
not horribly.
Yeah, you just got the bad blows, and we couldn't get to you in time. Sorry. Oh, you're dead. Why not talking about sorry?
Sorry, man.
Talk it up.
Now you got your own character, a real character. Hopefully, it's something you want. Get used to the real life. And then at some point, like tomorrow, probably, I'm gonna take his body back to the elves
Okay.
and sword, and then I'll return in a day or so. It'll take another
Okay.
day or so. for me.
I'll let you go, please. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Imagine.
Bye.
I filled him in on the rest.
Thanks. No, my friend called because we have a trip planned, and then Emily
Whatever.
fucking started talking to her. I
I'm
was
not
like,
going on your trip,
"Is
so I don't
Christian
care.
going?"
I wasn't
was like,
invited. I don't want to hear about your trip. Keep going.
Okay.
Was that your breath weapon?
What? Get the fuck out of
They
here.
were all safe, Sean.
I'm wilted.
Oh, yeah, I might say.
I'm wilted.
He has a -2 to all his reactions now because of you.
Thanks.
But luckily, I have a wand
He should
of
die.
crest, and it can solve the breath weapon issue.
No, my friend.
What'd you
My
say was
friend
one
called
what?
me.
One
Crest.
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 I got the weapon of
My
Tic Tac.
friend, my friend called because the girl that I'm going on the trip with,
Still telling us about what we were
Fuck
talking
off.
about.
Emily, starts talking to her and was like, "Have you talked to Sabrina? Is Christian going to the lake with you guys?" And then she called me. She's like, "He's not going,
And she's
right?" And I was like,
and
"No."
he said, and she was like, and then I was like, and then he was
OMG.
like, and it's like for real.
All right, fine. I'll just go back to drawing rainbows.
Thank you. Those suck too.
Hey, fuck you. My rainbows are great.
I received the pictures you took, by the way, so I've got them. Thank
He
you.
put them on the section of the forums that says short bus.
It says stupid bullshit that no one cares about.
Yeah, short bus.
Okay, so anyway, you guys are there. And, does anybody want to partake of any
Food? Yes.
food or drink? If
Yes.
you do, the menu is printed out on the beautiful map that we
Anybody
have.
can read it. And you can't
Yeah.
just hold the board up to see it.
What do you want?
You can pull that closer. That wouldn't.
Well, then she can't draw
What's
her
the cheapest
precious
food item we
rainbow.
have?
Speaking of cheap,
What do you need?
I need real
What's
cheap.
the cheapest
Anything
food
free?
item?
I'll tell you what.
Do you need me to buy you food?
I got you. We got you. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate
Whatever you want, you order it. We'll cover yours.
that. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Just something simple.
But get what you want. None of it's expensive. Put the green dragon in.
Speaking of that, a fight breaks out in the common room.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Ooh,
Kind
can
of,
I join?
kind of
I mean,
underneath
no.
where Thea is leaning. Right there in the open area.
That's like most of the map.
And
Listen.
it's two guys. And it was like quick. It was like, blah, 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 blah. Do, 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 do. And behind the bar, you see Ricard,
I don't
the
know. I don't keep track.
owner and proprietor of the Green
Yeah,
Dragon,
lunatic.
calmly look reach down underneath, pull out a club, start to walk around the
The equivalent, yeah.
bar, and they just keep fighting, and he proceeds to doo-doo, doo-doo,
Nice.
and then calmly goes over back to the bar, sets the club on it, heavy, and walks back, grabs them both, one by the scruff and the other by the scruff, and drags them over, and then somebody that's at that table there gets up and opens the door, and he just calmly drags them out, and their feet are leaving trails on the floor, and they deposits them outside, and then comes back in and goes, oh, kind of
Like,
back a little
I
bit,
hate my
and then-
fucking
yeah,
job.
and then proceeds to just go back, and then the place
Gotta
kind
love a
of
guy that takes care
kind
of
of,
business like that.
the ambiance kicks up once
I'm
again.
gonna buy what was gentry plate, which is like 8 potatoes or something like that, and 2 cups of ale.
Well, that's just all.
So what do you want? Just whatever you're getting, just pick 2 of it. No. Come on, one.
Like,
Butcher's
I want to
choice.
go on a date like that. Just pick 2 of whatever you want on the menu, and that's it.
And that's what we're doing.
Butcher's choice in the game.
One of the patrons notices you, Peter, and he walks over and he's like,
6'9".
he says, "Where you been? You look like shite."
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
Do you feel like playing? We could use some cheering up around here.
Yeah, I'll play.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get my loot.
Okay.
There's no price on the food.
19.
There isn't?
Butcher's choice and 4 rolls. There's nothing.
I thought I put the prices on there.
For butcher's choice 4 rolls, I don't see one. It's the only one you don't. I think you don't have it on.
That's the one that must be.
No,
No,
it's-
no fruit and
it's-
vegetables either.
It's this.
No, that's seasoned fruit and vegetables. Then there's butcher's choice
No,
meat
look.
4 rolls.
It's all in between these parentheses.
Well, there's still no. Does it come with soup
It's
also?
the 7 nobles. It's the Lord's feast for 7 nobles. Seasoned fruit and veg. In season fruit
Oh,
and
so it
vegetables.
contains all that? Is that what it is?
It's
Oh, okay.
it's
Okay, I got
everything
you.
that's in the parentheses.
I got you. Okay. So it's 7 nobles. So we're ordering 2 of those, guys.
And I
2
got
ales.
2 gentry plates and 4 cups of ale.
Awesome. So the waitress is happy. Do you want your drinks first?
Sure.
Okay. So you come back in with your loot, and amazingly, nothing happened to it through the whole journey.
Thank God
The
for
dog
that.
didn't shit on it or chew on it. The leaking dead elf didn't leak on it. The
head-
crushed head of the creatures didn't seem to leak on it. So
Okay,
about
next
that?
time we go to the market, I'm gonna buy a bag for that thing because I am not risking it with any of these people.
you
Right?
start playing.
All right.
Hey, Cobb, I don't remember specifically what we said or how we worked that out. On his body, it's wrapped up. After we turned the wagon in, I guess we put it over one of the horses and brought it back. And
Whatever you want to do.
it's currently in the stables.
Right.
And I look, it's your stable hands here, right? I give them an extra silver.
And
I
I was like,
say,
I'm gonna laugh so hard.
our
He
friend
was
here-
over there, and then
No.
he was like, and then I was like,
Chris,
okay, I'm gonna
I
call
mean-
Cash. Peter.
Peter.
Hi.
I know what his name is. I know.
He called you all kinds of dumb
Will
shit.
you and Leland help carry this roll up to the room?
I'm playing a loot right
I'll do it. I'll help.
Thank you. And I go up and
Right now.
I make sure I get a room first.
I'm busy.
now.
You missed it.
I think that's on there as
So
well.
I called him.
I'll scrap it.
Like, yeah,
And then, I let them go up and I say, here, just lay it on the bed for now.
So we basically
Thank you.
got one-
No problem.
That's why we're fallen comrades. I'm gonna take him home tomorrow,
Like,
or at least back to the elves I know. I'm not sure exactly where he's from, but
he's a dog.
I know.
he belongs with his people.
You,
Elves do different
with
things.
everything that you've been through recently, the sight of the corpse just you don't give a shit. Maybe there's a part of you that wants to, but can't right now. Just not in that space. You're just glad it's not you. That was fucked up what happened out there in the hills to you. A lot of friends gone.
Too quick.
And the place seems to settle into a little bit of a, I wouldn't say rhythm, but just a feeling now that the bard's music is going across the open area. And you should move his figure over to the stage if you would, please. That's number 4.
I come back down, or we come back down. Thank you,
Not a problem.
Chris.
Glad to help. Hendel.
Leah Wynn and Hendel. Leah Wynn.
And as you all sit there and finally able to get some relaxation, sun's going down outside and more people are starting to come in. See lots of bowls of soup being ordered by people because it's really warm, and that seems to be the main thing. People are purchasing a lot of steam.
Dirty sock soup.
They've got nice.
I gave Cobb one of those. Was that the first one that you'd ever had, or the first one you had as an adult? For by the foot.
Oh no! I mean, I think I had it once before, long ago. Not I don't know if that was around.
Oh,
when
I
we were
can
kids.
smell. Is it strawberry?
Yeah.
I can smell the strawberry.
Sorry,
Wow.
it's the other one I got.
It was good though.
Yeah.
Some of you are like almost ready to doze off this early in the day. It's been a trying
What bell is it?
few days.
And also, with the, is it cold even 18 or 19?
You didn't write down what the last date was?
I
I'm
wrote
surprised.
down
You
it was
normally
cold
do.
and
Day
18,
is
and
when
we
we
were
played last
stuck.
time.
We were stuck because it was freezing, and then
It's
we
cold
got out.
even 20.
What the fuck? I lost the entire goddamn day.
Roll a d12.
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
We'll let roll a d20 because you're in town. Yeah, there's less chance of bullshit in towns than there is in the wilderness. Here we go.
14.
Okay.
Good job.
So in reality, basically, you guys you can do whatever you want the rest of the evening. Nothing seems to be going on. Luna still hasn't come down, so who knows?
God damn it!
I'm
I have to
gonna-
share a room with her.
I'm gonna do environment on my Litecoin, which
Do you want to go back to the table
is,
with your food?
is somewhere in
No. Definitely.
at coastal town. I keep doing that. Where are you from?
Heartbeat.
Yeah, in Hartford.
That took me a second.
Refresh the DM's memory. What?
The fucker that took my clothes because I disappeared.
Okay.
Is this guy? Well, I don't know if he still has it. Somebody.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see what the fuck it is.
Okay.
I feel like I got nothing else to do and it's cheap.
Okay. Okay, so the snapshot that you get is what are the 4 senses again?
Visual, smell.
No, it says on the
aren't there
sheet.
only 4?
I think there's actually 5 or 6.
Because there's taste, smell,
But
touch.
this has
Visual, olfactory, oral, and temperatures.
okay, so the temperature would be cool. The sound would be nothing.
Great.
The visual
Nice and easy.
would be some type of cloth, like a red cloth. And the scent would be
Cool.
musty.
Must.
It's in somebody's pocket.
I couldn't go in a cave and it's all like
I should try the nice.
wet.
I will roll me
It smells
roll me a wisdom on a 20.
I'm doing a check.
Check, low, high.
Okay, you're
I made it by 12.
unless this is a real dandy, pockets, they wouldn't waste a color on a pocket piece of cloth. That makes it more expensive. Certainly possible a rich person could do that, but that would be very unusual.
Oh, you mean on the actual like lining of the pocket?
Yeah, because
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
it could still be a pocket, but that would be very unusual.
Well, here's what Sean would have thought back then is if you're making a pair of red pants and you're using a bolt of red cloth, probably dyed red, just say, you got lots of small pieces that are left over. And you just make the pocket out of that because nowadays we take completely separate material and make a pocket. And then, yeah, you're right, like jeans, they don't color them. But back then I would have thought that, they're using scraps and everything to put together, they're not going to throw that away.
And for some reason, pockets weren't
That's not normal.
a big
unless they were fancy, they would have a pocket, perhaps.
fashion thing. Hence
Agree.
why there's all
And
the
now they're
belt
all
pouches.
women.
and
Well, I
stuff
think
like
on
that.
And we get pissed when we can't
like a
have
Little
them.
House on the Prairie, for instance, I don't think he really had pockets. I mean, he might have had one, but it was always like a vest pocket or something.
That was before.
But you ever remember?
Oh,
like,
come on now. We know you.
You ever remember, like, you
hot
see
shots
him
with
working
Lincoln.
outside, and like his butt, there's no pockets like in the back at all. It's always just whatever that material is. Yeah, just saying. Not that that's there. What was his name? Michael? Something Michael?
I think that's his real name.
Yeah, but I don't remember the character.
Landon, or something like that.
Michael Landon, yeah.
Landon?
I think so, yeah.
You know something right about that.
I'm like almost positive.
Michael Landon. Oh, no.
Michael Landon.
That's what I want to call him.
Landon or something right.
Okay, just for flavor,
You're right, it is Michael Landon.
men didn't wear separate pockets as theirs were sewn into the linings of their coats, waistcoats, and briefs.
As I said, it's usually in like a jacket or a coat or a vest. It's usually where you see pockets. It's not a big deal. I know it's in something. I mean, it could be in a cloth bag.
Historical accuracy is important, Sean.
It wasn't until after I cast it that I realized that, it's not, unless it's nighttime, it's not going to be out. And even then, it might not be out.
I'm sorry. Player.
I surprised the fuck out of that motherfucker. He gets it out, and I see where it is, and BAM! Hello, you owe me something. Give me that. Goodbye. Whoop, whoop. Back in the next city.
What are you,
Nothing. Did I say what I was doing out loud?
No, I mean, I was asking player to player just because I'm curious. I don't care.
Look
my
for something I lost
character
in another life.
needs.
In European
That's
clothing,
a shitty
stitches
shit.
resembling modern-day pockets appeared in the
Sound good.
13th century.
What did you say it
Vertical
was?
slits were cut in the super tunic, which did not have any
Super
side
tunic.
openings, to allow access to
As
purse
much
or
as I
keys
love
slung
my
from the
powder,
girdle of the
use
tunic.
powder, I just want to, like,
It was in the
rip
late 15th century that pockets became more noticeable. All right.
Hooray! Learn it.
Yeah.
Historically accurate.
I'm
Both.
important to job to fucking work.
So,
Yeah, he's got the same thing Daryl has. His vehicle is different color. Did you know they're
No.
the same vehicle? Yeah, he's got an orange one.
I give up.
It might be the same year because I look identical.
so the food is brought, and
When the food comes, I tell him so he can come sit down with me after his
Okay.
song's done.
sure, your dog needs to go out.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
I order another. You know what I say? Bring me another one.
Another what?
Another
Oh my God.
feast. You should have with or without that.
Okay.
I think we said one.
And then I said I'll be right back here when I take my ale and my drink or my plate, and I take it upstairs. I go to Luna's room and hey, thought you want some dinner? I just set it on the table in there and I go back downstairs.
Okay.
And like I said, I order another one.
Okay.
We back in yet?
Yes, and you have the bright idea to start training your dog.
Hooray!
How old is he?
My dog?
You go outside. Hey,
couple
Pat.
years.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was thinking you.
Well, then I would take little scraps of my meal and teach him how to sit and whatever else I think he might need to learn. How long does that usually take?
I love it. Whatever I think he needs to learn. Like she has no real clue.
Give her the player's handbook and let her read animal training. That'll be better than.
Do you know Paige?
Is it an actual proficiency?
No, but that's good for you to look for.
Is it an actual proficiency?
It is.
Can you, if you don't have it, can you actually still train it up? Just roughly, I guess.
Just got
Would it be
certainly
like,
try.
Would it be like trying to do something but you're not proficient in it,
You
like
can certainly try.
kind of half-assed or whatever?
So the food is brought. Everything's great. Eventually, you guys can tell me if there's anything else you want to do.
How late is it?
The sixth bell is ringing, which means the shops are closing and the sun is setting.
Well, to be honest with you, I've had a rough go. I just want to hit the bed and get some rest.
You have a place here, right? I mean, you live in town, right? All right. Well, we'll be here tomorrow, most of us anyway. If you want to hang with us, just show up.
You have you live in a shitty place. That's all you can afford.
Better than Greenberg. Hey, we got a text from Chris. Chris said, I don't know what the fuck it means, but
What do you
he's
say?
transferring a cat.
Okay.
That's why he's not coming.
Oh, we're not coming or?
Not coming.
No.
I don't know
Should
what
he go
transferring
up
a
to
cat
his
means,
room?
but that's why he's not coming.
What about Tori?
Should he go?
Tori's on her way. She's gonna be at least a half an hour.
Okay.
Because she was on 270-30. She's like, come all the way down 30 to go home,
Yeah.
drop off the husband and kid, then come out here.
3 months
she's gonna
of
get food on the way, I'm
uninterrupted
sure.
work. Training for a specific trick requires 2d6 weeks.
I'm gonna
At
head
the
out.
end of the
If you're
training
proficient,
time,
remember that.
I have it.
You do? You have dog training? As a non-one, but you don't have reading and writing.
Listen, motherfucker. I only have so many
If
slots.
you'd like to learn,
And I have a stupid dog.
yeah. Hey,
Hold on.
can you train other animals too? If you're
I can only train.
a trainer,
I
Can
can
you
only
train another dog?
I can only train dogs.
you can only
You
train
train
dogs.
another dog aside from your dog.
I gotta focus on this idiot first.
All right. All right.
You gonna get a dog?
I can't afford a dog, so
Don't get a dog unless
You
you're gonna leave
can't
it behind.
afford dinner.
I could afford dinner. I asked you what the cheapest item on the menu was, and you said, "Do you want me to buy you dinner?" So I
Okay,
could afford dinner.
so-
Thank you very much.
3 months of uninterrupted training. Does that just mean like every day a certain amount of time a day, or
Yes.
Is it like part of morning
do
ritual?
you know?
or something?
Yeah, can I do it as a morning ritual thing?
You can,
How long a day? Like an hour?
at least.
Oh, fuck.
I
All
can
right.
tell you from experience
I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my morning ritual.
that
You should.
you like when you go to classes to learn how to train a dog. You know, on top of the intense training of an hour a
You're
day,
supposed to do like
then
general
you're supposed to do
things
it
throughout
the rest of the day and all day and every day in between classes.
All
Some
right.
dogs pick up quick though. Some dogs don't
This
get
one
it.
will
So
not.
I have faith in him. You should. I mean, your dog hates me, so I
I don't know
can.
why. You haven't done anything wrong yet.
Yeah, when I met him, he growled at me. So
I know.
I don't know what you want me to say.
He'll get used to
It doesn't growl at you anymore. You've been there enough.
But does it like me? I don't know.
I mean, you can roll a charisma.
It's always
dice on
following
the
her
dog.
around.
does it piss on your leg?
It
Yeah.
hasn't pissed in my leg. It does not
Then he
piss in my
doesn't
leg.
like
Then it doesn't like you.
Oh, he doesn't like me if he doesn't piss in my leg? So I should get him to piss in my leg. Right?
You know what's
This
funny?
is definitely a bar conversation.
You know what's
guys-
funny? If I put up a dimension door and throw the dog through it, that's hilarious seeing what he does on the other side.
Are you
Like-
doing shitty
like
things
he's-
to my dog when I'm not
Like he's
around?
spun around too many times. You know?
He got too dizzy chasing his tail and he's
Like,
walking
where? How did I get here? Oh my god.
Okay, well, obviously the first thing that I'm going to teach him is like to come to me. Like specifically to either a whistle or the word come here.
Well, you pick.
Go for the
A
whistle.
whistle.
Okay.
Wait,
Can
up.
you
You're teaching your dog to whistle?
Yeah.
Randy, teach your dog to whistle.
All I can tell you is familiarize yourself with what it says in the rules, and then that makes it easy for both of us to understand what you're trying to do.
Okay, well,
The dog is supposed to be helpful. It's not supposed to be a
Hey, Peter's back up on stage.
I guess I had my food and it's
Oh,
done with it.
are you gonna put out like a shoe or? a hat
Oh
or something?
yeah, I'm gonna
Just
take
like
out here. I take off one of my shoes again and put it out on
Is
the
that your
stage.
signature?
That is my signature
Okay.
because I am too poor to buy a bowl.
You let me know when you're done, and we'll roll to see if anything good comes of it.
Okay.
From up here, when he's not paying attention to the room, I throw a gold coin at him. And I turn around.
You threw a gold coin at me? Did you
Yeah,
say?
what kind of coin?
You heard me, didn't you?
Yeah.
What kind of coin did you throw?
First of all,
Oh, I'm
roll a
not.
d10.
It's that one. It's
You want me to
one
roll
out.
so you can hit him?
Well, you
But also the one with
11.
the zeros. That you
Roll.
first.
3.
okay? You're definitely don't know where the coin's coming,
Great.
and you when you roll 11, that what hits what?
Class
on the
3.
list? All right. So
You gotta
a
have
coin
one.
says "Bloop," hits you and falls to the floor.
And that pause right there?
Whenever,
Okay.
yeah, that's so.
All
And
right.
it's a golden coin.
I will gladly. Wait, how many silvers in a gold?
10.
That is richer than I've ever been. I will run for that coin at the end of this.
Put your foot on it now so nobody grabs it.
Grab it and slide it towards me. It's
Open up your sock.
When I
you
can
got a hole.
tell
touch it with
he's
your
towards
toes,
the end
drop
of
it.
his song, I'll put 5 silvers in his shoe.
Okay.
You guys don't have to fidget me.
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, hearing no more conversation, we will roll a charisma check, please.
Right.
Actually, roll your instrument proficiency.
That is
Make sure you make it.
a D20, right?
Yep. You
I'm
went low.
supposed to get low.
Yep.
Not get low.
What'd you roll?
I got an 18.
Good thing you got my gold coin.
Now roll a charisma check.
Pink's doing
Also on the
string.
coin. This one going high.
You rolled so low, my gold coin fell in the crack in the floor and you can't get it.
I got 7 that time, which I passed the charisma check.
All right. So, the crowd, they seem to like you a little. Maybe you're a little off because of the adventure and your joints are stiff and sore. You're just playing wasn't quite up to where you wanted it to be, so you didn't wow them. So
What card is here?
you, at the end of the night, you get, and this is including, did you write down that golden coin yet?
No,
Okay, so you get 1 gold,
That was Porsche.
It's-
you get 5 silver coins,
Yeah.
and you can tell those are from Thea because you saw her put it in there. And then you get 9 copper coins.
Yay! Holy shit, your handwriting.
One of them's bent.
Thanks.
One of the copper coins is bent.
Prostitution.
Unspendable.
Is there such thing as a wishing well here?
What are you gonna do? Wish for more money?
I'm gonna wish that I don't die today.
100%. I got some beef jerky. You like a piece of beef jerky?
Oh my God, yes. What kind?
Teriyaki.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
You want beef?
Okay.
Grab him one minute.
And the
Todd, you want any beef jerky?
no, thank you.
Randy? Teriyaki?
Yeah, just a little piece.
Take whatever you want.
Did any spicy ladies come up to the stage that time or no?
Spicy ladies.
He passed his charisma check.
He did. By how much?
I got a 7. My charisma is 15,
You
so I
just have to
passed.
tell him the number.
Okay, so let's see.
Passed by 8.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The ladies like you.
Okay.
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 So when you're picking up the coins and you look up, and there is. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not a very pretty lady. She's either not a pretty lady or a decent looking guy.
No, this is.
Well, I'll take my chances here.
This must be some girl with a thyroid problem
Oh my
because
God.
she's for these times
Just
Super
as
Bowl?
tall as you.
she's unhealthily rotund.
This is so
Maybe with a pretty
twice as
face,
wide.
but
She's like a butter
Rotund?
body and she's
got a
getting
good-
round.
she's coming in about 250.
She's a Marlowe.
Hey, just
So she
remember
looks
this,
like me,
you're
but with
doing
a
better
prettier
than
face.
Tyler O'Neill did.
Yeah, why does it sound familiar? Who's talking
Cardinal
about?
outfielder.
What happened to him?
He was on the DL. So it was a groin injury.
To give
There's
you
an
some perspective,
STD.
I'm 250 pounds
Oh,
ish. So,
I guess that
but
was
if
supposed
she's
to come out.
rotund, it's probably more
Did
here.
this just break?
Uh-huh.
Then less
Oh,
here.
it came out. That's why you got
Usually one of
the
these though. Like,
Yeah, it's
Probably-
less here, more here, probably.
He's off the DL
That'll
now.
kind of
you didn't
cramp your
specify.
style, won't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler wants to know what her cup size is.
That's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Okay. Well, let's just say she's voluptuous.
One of them's
One of them's a
what-
D and the other's a
one of them's a Sabrina and one of them's a Randy.
like a double D today.
Sorry. I think my
She
last.
said you got there. Yeah, she said you
I
got
love
A
your
cup.
laugh. It's amazing.
Wants to do what?
She said one of them's a what'd you say? C?
Double D.
Double D and one of them's an A. Is what you said.
A cup titties are tiny,
Hey.
okay?
Apparently you have titties.
Everybody's got titties, okay? Tyler's just a
You gotta
double
say it
A.
different. You gotta say it like, everybody got titties. You gotta say it like that.
No, because I'm not Eddie Murphy.
Everybody want to be puffy. Okay,
So kind
So anyway,
could be.
she's a big gal, and she's like sitting there and
Wait.
moving,
Flower, you're
moving
fine.
her foot back and forth and kind of looking up at you and going, "Hi."
Instead of a butterface.
She's giving you all the signals of being interested. She does have huge heaving bosoms, just covered by the dress that she has on, which is fairly not a high class dress, not a super fancy gown, just a
Okay, you're not.
peasant girl dress. She's got a
Wonderful personality.
yeah, she's got her hair's covered in medieval style,
Hold on. So you said this girl's 250 pounds.
maybe
How much do you think I weigh?
100.
Good answer, liar.
Yes.
I was gonna say 107 to 97.
I know better than to answer any question about
Okay.
age or weight, no matter if you're a friend, a coworker, sister, doesn't matter.
I mean,
Grandma,
I'm not
hey
offended,
grandma,
I just
how old,
wanna know.
how old do you think I am, grandson? 40? Oh, I love you. See, that's the way that works. Hey, look who it is, Aluna.
George Bob's Burgers.
This is me.
Welcome.
That's the part where they're following
Everyone
that guy,
except you,
like, showed me something.
well,
And then-
and the other people that aren't here are at the Green Dragon. You are upstairs, and you, whenever you showed up, you went, go. I know what that was.
Jeez.
Yes. When somebody walks and they slide, that's like, oh, better get out of the way. You smell weed?
I do too.
So what?
Weed.
I don't.
I
but
charge
can
It's
afford
not hitting me yet.
Well, I'm sure Ty.
It's over here.
I'm sure what's her husband smokes, right?
it. Sky.
Oh, he quit?
Long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah, quite heavy.
Good for him.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Maybe he was smoking today.
It's
Or
not
maybe
bad.
maybe she's
The other
high
guy.
and she's got the munchies,
Wait.
which is fine with me.
What's outside that bag?
This straight smells like marijuana.
Wow, no shit.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe there's weed in it.
We're alone. No, that's different, bro.
All right, so it's whatever.
Is that a McDonald's?
Tori.
Where you been? Why does this bag smell like weed? You walked in and we all got the.
You know
all
what?
all of us
Listen,
smell it.
hold on.
Smell your bag.
The
It smells
bag
like weed.
came from Burger King. It's probably from the employees.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, what do you got in the backseat of your car, wherever you had it sit next to?
We're not judging you, by the
We're not
way.
judging you, we
It's
just
a
want
mystery.
some.
If you
No.
want to smoke, go ahead.
Yeah, we just want some.
It's not for me. So my guess would probably be Little Dave. He's been in my car a lot lately.
That's right.
Wow.
He's been telling me a lot.
That
about
would be my guess.
That's amazing.
He has been in my car a lot.
It's not amazing that he's a dope fiend. It's just amazing that it would
Dope fiend.
transfer to the
Directly to the
fabric
bag.
of the vehicle.
And then the bag of Burger King.
Listen, like
To be
my
strong
brother
enough that we can all
smoked in the
smell.
Right.
house once, and you could smell it for like
When you went
3
by, we got
weeks.
away with it. It's like, whoa.
I could take really high.
know Tori did that. And
Man, I
he
should
said it was
check
probably
my
Skylar. I'm
eyes.
like, no, he quit a long time ago.
Yeah, Skylar doesn't do that. It gives him anxiety.
I meant smoking beer.
Yeah, I know. Oh, the cigarettes?
Well, that's pretty impressive. Anybody that quit smoking cigarettes is.
Yeah, he hasn't
Good for
had
him.
one in like
Months.
5 years now.
6
months?
months? 6 months?
Yeah.
20 years.
20 years.
What are you, 21?
So are things better?
I was that's when she smoked when she was a baby.
I was a baby. Straight out the
Are
womb.
things better now, Tori?
Hmm?
Are things better now than last
Oh, when you
week?
saw me yesterday, or it was yesterday, day before.
I did.
Yeah.
Good.
I was doing the inventory yesterday, but I got my car legal.
See, that's good.
Yay!
Your brother's not coming. Something about transferring the cat.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Oh, he's taking a cat from Nana's house to his house.
Transferring.
Wouldn't have done it any other night except tonight, huh? So you just don't want to play anymore?
Which is fine.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know I'm not asking anymore though, so as far as I'm concerned.
Wherever
But that's
she
not
goes.
your concern. I'm just saying.
I don't know. As far as I knew, he was coming. He didn't tell me otherwise.
You didn't show up on Saturday either.
I know he's working Saturdays now.
Okay, so after the meal,
Oh, and I brought a meal up
Oh.
to your room.
Okay.
Nail and a meal up to your room. And went
Okay.
back out.
It did smell like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
so
I don't judge, I don't care.
now that you are here,
I'm sorry.
would you like to eat that meal in the silence of your room, or would you like to take it downstairs and join everyone else?
I will take it downstairs and join everyone.
Okay, so here comes Aluna holding a plate and a
I
cup.
put her over. As soon as she sat down, like, so are you done being pissy?
Yes.
Are you aware that Crispin died and there's a new guy that's joined?
Yes, I was told.
Okay, well, so you have met Hendel, which is Randy's character.
Okay.
He's eating it already.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So go ahead if you want to talk to any more.
Hey, I was thinking we should probably put more names on all the accounts and stuff.
If someone else
Yeah,
dies, we have access to
exactly.
that money instead of being out.
Exactly.
What
What do you think about
a good
that?
idea.
Yeah. Just to be on the safe side.
Listen,
That's
like,
probably
hold on,
a
let's
good
see.
idea. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Listen.
I hate the fact that you probably never gonna see his two grand ago. I do want to see it. But just made a huge ass donation to the bank.
Mhm.
I don't know. And then this is
Yes,
everything else you are.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, in the morning, I'm gonna take the body. I got a room, obviously, a room.
All right,
Pay
so-
for your room. I got the body in my room, so I'm gonna take him back to the elves
Young
I was
people.
like,
tomorrow. I don't think still.
This isn't the Three Stooges. You can't just.
That's want to be my thing when you guys take selfies. Just come up behind it. And then
How
walk.
often do you think we're gonna take selfies?
Every Thursday.
Just random.
I'm down.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So do what? So you said tomorrow you're taking that.
I'm staying up late watching it.
I'm sorry.
Never try to slide food past a fat guy. Don't you know nothing? Did you see the way?
I already offered
Did you
that
see the
to
way he
him.
definitely just didn't even watch it? Sorry.
I actually,
Didn't even look at you the whole
I
time.
actually didn't see it.
Yeah, but you got a sixth sense about you. You're like the forest when it comes to fucking polyunsaturated fat.
That's the same sense. Don't feel bad.
Oh, she walks around with a basket.
I wasn't.
Look at all this stuff for break. Spends $12.
That's not true.
Crazy. Chips
Is it
and
more like
cookies,
20?
and
No,
then you always buy too much,
I do, and then I can't eat
and
it.
then you're like, yeah, I can't eat this.
I know. I always there's like the deli will put a thing of 2 corn dogs in the fridge, and that's too fucking much. So then I eat one and I save the other one for
It's
dinner.
not just too much. It's too fucking much.
It's too fucking
What's
much.
the difference between too much and too fucking much?
Listen, we already had the same fucking conversation about me
About her
saying
fucking
8.5
for 4
fucking hours.
Wrong conversation.
Whoa.
It is fun watching her eat a corn dog, though. But she don't chew. She just goes. Twist it.
Pull it out and it's just a stick.
Hey, my trailer hits these balls.
Hey,
How
care to
much?
try?
How much for a polish?
I have no answer.
I need my knob slugged. How much? $4 an hour? Very good.
$4 an hour?
Plus
How long?
tips.
You
So, my
suggested you would
brother-
laugh for 4 hours?
We were all eating corn on the
definitely
cob.
not.
We were all eating corn on the cob. And my
It
brother
tickled.
stop it.
Another story I don't care about.
My brother told my other brother that he was eating it wrong. So then my brother just proceeds to flip it and go,
I've been full of these tonight.
because that's how my family is. It's great.
There you go. Don't worry, one day they'll all be gone.
I can't wait.
Okay, so
All right.
you guys are having a fun bar conversation, and now the bar is starting to thin out just a bit.
I need to pay for my room.
As a few more drunks, okay.
As
As a few more drunks are
You already got it.
either escorted or properly disinvited from the establishment. Until after a while,
5 numbers.
the barkeep, Rickard, says, last call, last call.
You want another ale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get another one too.
Okay.
Endo, you want another one for a last call? I'll buy it.
No, I'm good.
God damn, I'm
Okay.
I appreciate it, though.
Sure.
Much appreciated. I'll take it.
You notice Brother Abo is not here,
He,
and neither is Leo.
Leo's up in his
I have
room.
no idea.
Leo's up.
He's transferring cash.
Yeah, he's out, transferring
He's
animals.
chasing pussy.
Oops.
Oh my god. This is when me and Tori are like, why do we come?
Don't say it.
That's it.
You say it, hope he's doing it in this state, he's going across, taking it across state lines, that's illegal.
See, they thought it was funny.
I want to have a marker deal.
Anyway, said you were gonna say about Brother Abba.
Oh, you asked where he is?
Yeah,
He says he's going back, checking his temple and whatnot.
that sounds like him.
I was starting to tell you.
I'm
He didn't
nervous
ask.
about what you're about to do.
I was going to him, and you know,
Do you have it?
could have done a few of you over there. They were produced.
We're missing one.
So,
Big one. Thunderstruck. I got big
Chris, Tyler.
Okay, so your last drinks are served, and you see someone's going around and starting to sweep the floor and
Put your
Yeah.
boot back
get a
on.
mop bucket out and
thank God,
clean the places where stuff was spilled, and
Why did you not have a boot on?
because I put it on the stage so I can get money.
Get
Okay.
money.
Yeah,
Ricardo's
I'm not gonna buy
daughter
a wall
is
or anything. So
helping out, and he looks at his wife and says, "Go ahead, honey, I'll take care of these guys. Go ahead." And she's like, "Thanks, dear," and gives her a kiss. And
Aw.
oh, so sweet.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
Ricard's like, fuck off, you guys. All right. I finished up my drink. Go upstairs. Night, you
Okay.
guys.
Good night. Why don't you take the dog with you?
He's coming.
Sleeping over there on the floor. There you go.
But he does the thing where he comes over your way and then starts sniffing around everywhere.
Then hikes his leg when that guy puked earlier.
I'll take him outside to let him go one more time
Sure.
before we go upstairs.
Okay.
So he won't fucking bug me.
Anybody else?
I
I don't have
finished
to go
my
outside.
drink. Oops, sorry. I finished my drink and head upstairs alone.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, she apparently got the message and left.
I feel bad.
Poor girl. She's trying to have a nice night out.
Fat girl.
Can take one for the team. Just they're happy.
I mean, you came in and then I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I like this new thing where we all just pick on Peter.
Thanks for dinner.
It is at both sides of the table.
Okay, so that
That's how you
leaves
can
always
tell
that side
her,
of
just
the
let
that
me
leaves
fuck her all the time.
Endel and Aluna and Grant there.
So,
Well,
were you doing that in game or just wait until she got back with her notebook about the rest of the point? Because she wasn't here in her notebook. Because I mean, you were doing that just like on the side.
I don't know what
We didn't
you're
get all our
talking
coin because we didn't know I have a total, but she has that all written down. You said we'll just wait.
We have 9 bugbear heads.
And then we had the list. I don't
And
remember how many
that
people were on the
big
list.
old fucking crab
We didn't
thing.
know,
We,
we
have
didn't-
that.
we
had
had
That
to
piece
too.
of paper we
That
got
was
from the
for
guy.
people to look for. We didn't find them.
I thought we
Otherwise,
were getting a
no.
list of who
We
was
were getting
on.
people from, that's the people we need to look
We
for.
found-
Oh, so
We
that
found
didn't
a
have to do-
militiaman right there.
Yeah.
And then we have that crab thing head.
Oh yeah, I was trying to.
Do you need that
When we
list?
met with them, when we met with them, I was trying to say, well, we found out what happened
You
to
have
all
one?
of your militia, and here's the one survivor we
Okay.
brought you back. So does it count that we found out what happened to the rest of the militia?
Because they
Isn't that
did.
technically what they said?
No? Yes?
I know, right?
There's
You
more
think the
bodies.
grown-ups
I think they wanted the
think
actual, like,
Or proof or something.
yeah.
Well, there's our proof. Eyewitness. That's why I presented it.
Ooh,
But anyway, yeah.
that
So for the
is
9 heads,
beautiful.
Cowboy, we didn't have a total, but she had it. I remember I told you she had it written down.
You remember how much you got?
She knows that too.
No, how much you got?
Here,
They
let's
gave you.
400.
The pictures
Okay, so
I
at
That was-
50, at 50 gold.
That was just for the crab head, I guess, or creature.
And do this picture.
So I had that to the
This
total. We got
tattoo
400.
and
So
cut off with a sword. And then do the
and now you just
like I told you,
you just put it all in your
zero,
account.
artistic
Oh my
talent.
gosh.
And then
So
cover
just
the-
make it 400.
with a
Oh,
Would you
and
make
you
that
need-
adjustment, Kyle?
it's
450 to her
fine.
account.
You need.
It was beautiful.
Do I need that?
Oh, and then I drew this, which is the
A piece of
mental
paper you gotta
scroll
sign.
and 12, which is a
We forgot to
fucking
do it
one
before we
every
left last time. He
Yeah.
had it ready.
I got
Ginger dice.
pissed that day.
And then
before-
you gotta keep
I need to go to the fantasy shop. That's what you said, right?
South County,
Yeah,
fried Shogun restaurant.
yeah, I gotta go there
Where are you going there for?
to get some new fucking dice that don't roll so shitty.
Are you sure it's not up?
Here's
Yeah, it has-
your D20 back.
It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, it's not me. It's the dice. It's because I got
Are
them
you
from
sure?
Jam.
That's why I gave up the pink ones.
It's because I got them from Jam and then he left, which means they're cursed.
Oh, so we need Jim dice, his first dice.
No, well, now.
No.
Not when he was here. It worked when he was here.
He took his magic with him.
It's like he actually was Percival.
Dry and bare wasteland.
You want to go there first tomorrow to the bank to get that thing taken care of?
Yeah.
'Cause you never know. I'm gonna.
Freaking markers.
Yeah, no, I always have access to you.
And then I'll leave.
We're doing a food drive.
Like I said, I'll be gone.
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shit you not.
How many days?
Over
Well,
50 jars of peanut butter.
I'll stay there that
Food
day.
drive, and I was like,
I'll try to return that evening.
there's no
Please pass that to
jelly at
Aluna.
all. And 50
I
things.
think that was. I mean,
It is for kids.
that
So
is for kids. Okay.
they're fine. But like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are fucking real jelly. So I today took it upon myself to buy 6 things of chicken. I was like,
Props to you.
I also bought 11 pounds of chicken. And I bought $100. You know, give back.
I don't know how Luna would sign her name.
Can you?
Yeah, Luna can read mine.
Oh, you just know like what it would look like?
Moji taught me.
Aw, good old Moji.
So,
When you said David in the car, you meant Loki, right?
yeah, a little bit.
So I thought you. It could have been another day. Like that day.
Did you keep your?
You gave me. You said that's for you to keep.
Okay.
Don't lose it.
Bring it up. Let me have it. I want to make a copy of it.
I thought you had 2 of them, but
I had 3 of them, but
You know,
Lucian's
that's
10.
the
So.
problem for all my
Oops.
bad luck. That's how much stuff you carry. 66.6 pounds.
you know, I don't find
One item or lose something.
it. There you go.
Yeah, well, you have it and the bank has
I didn't have a coin in that game.
That works for me. I haven't had to learn to sign
Somewhere
it.
along there. How many
Pass
arrows
it
do I
down.
have?
Wait, how much?
5. I have 5.
Kendall, pass that over, please.
How much is gold?
Thank you.
Tomorrow we're going to go.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Are we counting that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything.
I was supposed to be at work tomorrow, but now I'm working overtime.
Oh,
Tomorrow's the last day up
nice.
front.
I won't be at our store though. I'm
Oh,
going
that
to
sucks.
Chesterfield's Walmart. Help
That's
them with
super
inventory.
That's
Which
Why do
store?
they need help?
Chesterfield. But I get paid in drive time and mileage. So
nice.
and it's all overtime.
Bad.
Second of it.
So, okay.
It's gonna be like 10 hours of overtime. I'm super excited.
Why do they need help with their inventory?
Okay, so you guys have the originals.
I guess you really haven't been around much of inventory.
No.
It's horrible. Everything has to be accounted for and sorted.
Wait, everything?
Well, things that we inventory wise, like we don't do it for our staplers that we personally use
Right,
in the
obviously,
store.
but like
Yeah,
everything in the store. So if something's
Inventory at our
around the
store is
spot,
over in a day.
yeah, because we're
Oh, ours is in a day too, but we have to. It takes us like a couple months to prepare for it.
We prepare for what, Cobb? Like a week.
Yeah.
We got a little baby store.
We're still not ready yet, Brad.
You guys have to inventory your food? Or you just do everything else? You don't have to inventory what your vendors handle, do you? Like what they actually manage, which is
Some
a lot
of
of
them,
your shit, isn't it?
the Pepsi guys count their own, but everything else we count.
We do like Lay's and Little Debbie and all that, or is that not in?
Anything that's on top or in the back. Soda guys count all theirs though.
Okay.
Well, we have a company that comes through and does it for us.
But
We
then
do
the company does the shelves.
Oh, okay.
We
That's
do
okay.
everything that's stored away.
Or yeah, up tops and
No, we have a
back.
company comes through does it all. They're usually done by like noon.
Who's your company?
I don't know. Starts with an R.
Who do we use? Do you know?
Yes.
I think they got a new
people.
company, so I don't know. I think
I don't
there was
know
a
that.
couple that did it for years, and I think they finally retired. So I just know when I count my freezer, it's easy. Try to keep as little as possible, so it's like bam. And then the rest of the ship, I walk around like little Dave and act like I'm doing something.
That sounds about right.
Are you a manager?
And the turkey turned out good.
I'm a babysitter,
A manager on duty.
so that's less than a manager.
Have you met one of them?
Cobb's my work dad.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Who
It
are
was
you
so funny
apologizing
when
I don't know whether to
Both of them.
congratulate you on being perceptive or mad because that was a diss. I'm like,
A little bit both. A little bit both.
you know. When Cobb met my real dad, I was like, "That's my real dad," and Cobb goes, "Hi, real dad." I was like, All right.
It was funny because he looked over and he was
He's
like,
like, what the fuck?
yeah, girl, whatever your name is. Can you check
Yeah, my dad's such an asshole. Anytime we go anywhere, he pretends to not know who I am. I was like 12 years old.
He's not
Can you blame
pretending.
him?
Shut up. 12 years old, we went to Dollar General. And I was like, all right, I found like this and this. Like, can I get these? And he goes, where are your parents? And I was like, you can't say shit like that in public. Yeah.
All right,
He's
so
a 54-year-old.
anything else for this night?
Oh,
He's the worst.
that's our
Do
company.
you need help tomorrow?
No.
Oh, I forgot I left.
Oh yeah.
So did you.
Yeah.
So when I get back, what's the plan? What do you want to do? As far as I'm concerned, I'm done with this guy. I mean, if you are.
I'm not. I don't plan on going back out there to get murdered.
Yeah.
I'm going to get murdered. It's going to be my own choice, not like some flying pig thing.
Among things.
This is because
So what do you want to do?
use a spell.
Where do you want to go?
Well,
So what are
Brother Apple
Oh, okay.
was doing detective.
I did promise Kavash a really,
Find it.
really, really long time ago that I'd come get help and come back.
And then we're determining-
Oh, we got south. Only got to be warmer, right?
Yeah.
I hope.
And then
And
they're
it's a road, so I mean, at least you're not traveling on the road.
like,
There's
and
pirates.
it's fine.
But I mean, I think I'd like to go down there, considering he's probably dead.
We'll leave
by
right
now.
away.
Well, you need to take care of your.
So
I know, I meant
upstairs,
as soon as I get back right away.
Yeah. On top of that, I don't have anything else tying me here except for the pasta house gang and the favors I owe them.
Yeah, I think at least one of them's bullshit because they left. They broke the deal. That's between you and them.
So maybe the quicker I leave, the better for that.
So,
Oh, less people money for favors. Whatever that favor entails too.
we'll go along. I see your dad.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I highly doubt we'll see him, but I mean,
I can go with you.
it's not any more or less difficult to do.
Yeah. Well, then I can go with you. I'll have to let the others know, obviously, that I plan on traveling with you. Make sure they have money to live off of until they come back. And I know it's only a couple days, but I don't know how much money Peter has.
Well, I just kind of got paid.
You're not
You're not
there.
there, you're
I'm not
upstairs.
paid.
So,
Go ahead, do it.
It's fine, you're over
other than
here.
that, I'm fine. I'm sure Sabrina could take care of them.
They're walking
So, yeah.
upstairs right now.
So what's your intent?
Whatever.
I mean, what do you're part of the militia, or you work for the town, or what? What's your deal? What do you plan to do?
Looking for a place to go.
But you have a job, a place.
This is not what they're planning on doing and going up there, and what they send up there is not the right way of going about it.
So, I mean, you have wife and kids and stuff, or
Doesn't
No.
matter. Fuck it.
so you got parents?
Yes, but they're far away
Where are they at? What town?
from us.
I don't know where that is.
I don't remember if I know where that is. What major cities that there are, is it?
No, it's way out,
Which direction?
south.
Oh, we were just talking about going south. So is it, how far between here and where is it?
Or would you figure?
Do you know where
Well,
it is?
you've never been that far south.
Okay.
If you look on the map up here, you can see Cromus. And it's
Didn't we pass
southwest, so
Pass through Columbus?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
there's Greyhawk up there, so
Oh, way over there.
No, we do not. We reached.
several days away.
In a couple days, I think we're gonna go south. Down where it's warmer. We hope.
We have a friend down there who needs some help. Hopefully, still.
You want to tag along?
That sounds good.
Well, get your affairs in order, I guess. I guess I'll retire. We'll hit the bank before I leave tomorrow.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right. Well, good night. I'm going to bed.
I'm still broken.
Where we're gonna meet up tomorrow.
Here. Just we're staying.
I didn't.
No.
The room's broken.
It's good.
Okay. So, where do you go?
Back to my place.
Back to your hovel?
Yes.
Okay. When you get back there, as usual, there's it looks like somebody's been in
I
there.
seen a
You
real.
didn't have anything
Oh,
worth
God.
stealing,
And it's reversed.
so
Oh, snap.
The normal.
there's not much
No,
missing, if
it's
anything.
reversed.
So you have your spare set of clothes with you, weapons. The only thing that you might have left behind is some string or maybe a rabbit's pelt,
Tin cup.
stuff like that. So, sleep takes all of you.
Woohoo.
You all have dreams of varying degrees. Some are annoying. Some are of 8-headed creatures.
The Peter's dreams right there.
Some
He
are
looked at me when he said annoying, so I'm assuming.
some are of a more carnal in nature.
It's because Chris isn't here.
Some are of 12 identical individuals. Some
I
are
want to
of
know who has
some are of a dog that eats their own foot.
Don't look at me.
But everyone wakes up on cold even 21, and that's free day, where most people
It's
rest.
just me not taking your dogs.
Ah.
That's what you
And what would you all like to do today?
Morning rituals and then head downstairs. But just so you all know, I will be an hour later than I usually am to coming downstairs. And then
Who are you
So
telling?
you're coming
and when?
downstairs to tell us you're going to be an hour later?
whatever. No, you'll just notice that I'm there later than the rest of you.
What hadn't happened yet?
The dog
If
looks smarter.
if I had a gold piece every time I heard you say that.
What, fuck up?
Yeah,
Oh,
him,
yeah?
to him specifically.
If I had a gold piece
It's
every time
usually
she
eat
talked.
shit.
You're rich.
You
Or
have
did-
as many
or did a
cookies
selfie.
as you have now.
Yeah.
Listen, that's only been like 3 so far.
Hey, we just started rolling.
We're pretty early into the night still.
Look, I've been here for almost 2 hours, so that's impressive.
So we're averaging about
Normally coming in late like
selfie and
you.
a half
One,
per hour.
yeah, 1.5 hours.
So what's the whole thing with selfies?
I was driving from Brentwood to here. I
My
hit
friends
all the
like to
traffic.
see my faces, and by my friends I mean Emily.
Yeah.
Just Emily.
Just Emily.
All she does is Snapchat all day.
She
and
does
all
creeper
night.
shots while you're at work.
I do that to my mom, and she hates
No,
me.
she'll
Is
like
that where
walk
she
by.
holds her pants open and
Yes.
snaps whatever bush? she's
No,
down
I'll be
there?
doing something
Ew.
and I look over it. She's
Oh,
like,
does she shave it?
No.
she's like, I'm just taking. She takes photos of people and posts it on Snap.
Is
That's
she
enough.
clean or is it like roast beef?
I don't know.
Come in.
Yeah, next time me and Emily will make a pillow fights, I'll let you know.
Naked.
We never see
pillow
something to that.
fights. New on
You
Fox.
never will. New on Fox? Yeah, Fox definitely shows racy things.
They did, yes, they would.
Nothing conservative.
So how about you, Tyler? What do you do?
Morning rituals and
His name's Peter.
20.
yeah, my name's Peter. No,
What'd I say?
you said
Tyler?
Tyler.
Sorry.
You're fine. Morning rituals and then just head downstairs.
That's the point. Really want to go there. Yeah, I don't really know that shit. He literally just said it like 2 minutes ago.
Take time.
Sorry.
Just one, Randy.
It's not.
Just one, Randy.
I'm addicted. Just wait till I start
Just
chopping it
just
up.
one, Randy.
It's
Oh,
it's
more
funny
than
too.
just one, Randy. Three.
It's like the worst of all the flavors.
No, just one, Randy.
No.
Just one.
You get the whole color.
I know you're
Color
Because
is one
green's the
green,
worst
right?
of all the flavors.
Anybody
Green and
else?
yellow are gross. No, thank you.
It just
They're in their own little world.
They're kind of hard to sniff like this.
The whole tablet, yeah.
You're
Yeah,
supposed
grind
to
it up.
crush it up and then get it through the straw.
Okay, so anybody else?
Morning ritual, then I'll head upstairs.
Same thing, and then I'm heading back to the dragon.
Okay. I can see that through there.
All right.
That was about the gayest laugh ever.
No, the game's laugh was up.
Josh. He always did it like that too. He always covered his
He covered
mouth
up.
when he laughed.
It's funny because Pop tried to imitate it.
Sorry, Josh.
It was like a quieter Peter Griffin laugh.
Yeah.
Like when he's trying
Yeah,
to be sneaky.
there you go.
Yeah. This sneaky laugh, yeah, that'd be it.
Okay, so everyone's back there at the Green Dragon in the tap room.
I come down an hour later.
And that's now the second bell. Means the shops are open.
Is Lewin locking himself in his room all day again?
Anyone who?
He's like a moody teenager.
He has not come back.
Okay.
He's not part of the group. He just hooked up with us, came back to Greyhawk.
That is a good point.
Bye.
Okay, I'll meander downstairs and check them out.
See what take place.
Here, happy.
Good morning, everyone.
Let's go ahead and use such a cheery mood. Such a cheery mood.
I mean,
Just
Just happy.
I'm just curious. Like, why are you happy?
Good morning. Why are you like an hour later than normal?
I decided that I'm gonna start trying to get Dash to actually listen to me. So
About fucking time.
Yeah.
I've been
Does he
trying.
have that ability?
We're gonna find out.
Does she have that?
We're gonna find out.
Are you any good? Have you ever trained dog before?
No, this is gonna be my first attempt.
So then you don't know how to train a dog, right?
I have never trained a dog.
So then you don't know how to,
Put
right?
that seal can
What?
balance that ball on its nose.
I'll get there.
You know how to learn read? You know how to read and write?
No.
You interested in learning that?
What?
Are you interested in learning that?
I am.
Well, I can teach you in our spare time if you were interested.
Sounds wonderful.
I had a dwarf teach me.
She grew a beard right afterwards.
I did.
Clay,
It
did
comes
you
in
have a
handy.
question? If somebody else is teaching me
Hey,
anything, do I
You
need to
think they're
open
open today,
slot?
being Frida?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then
I don't know,
I
how's
just
that work?
won't learn it for until I
Yeah,
have
bank.
the available.
If that's what you want
I
to
guess
do.
let's go find out.
Well, no, I mean, would I just? How would I be able to? Would I just give up the other ability, or how does it work? Like, I genuinely don't know.
Sounds like a perfect sport.
You
It's true.
you picked animal training.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's what you have when you have another slot open.
Yeah.
Before you go up to that level, you will say what it is you're trying to learn.
Gotcha.
He's home.
Hey?
It's like, who the hell parked my spot?
Yeah, I guess I should have told you that.
Parked, you know, he, normally on Saturday night, and the Thursday before he's parked up
I
there.
didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I thought about it. I'm like,
You have a roommate again?
They didn't.
Yeah, Eddie's
Eddie.
back. Remember Eddie? One night, Eddie?
Eddie,
You don't know. Eddie.
Eddie Henson.
Okay.
The huckster.
bye.
You don't know. You don't. You know. He was here last week, moving in.
oh,
Did I park
We're
in the
moving
spot?
back, and he said
Where'd you
found,
park?
like,
Up there?
a million
He-
billion-
when
No,
we're
actually,
gaming-
Sean parked in the spot.
Yeah.
When we're gaming, he
when
always
they were
parks up
children,
there.
a million billion.
Oh, okay.
I only park there because I'm on call. If I get called and I
Oh,
gotta go.
really? You are?
I'll move my car.
Or maybe after. I don't remember.
You up here?
No, she's,
No,
he's up there.
Okay.
And I figured that way it'd be less hassle. If I gotta go,
Right.
I can just shoot
Met
out.
here, and then I met him in the store or something, and then he
Makes
told me
sense.
more about
We
it
walked
later
twice
in the
last
store.
Okay.
I don't play doodle jump.
Hopefully, don't
So-
get cold.
Without.
We're doing something. She'll tell you.
Okay. So right now everyone's where you are, and then you guys tell me when
What's up, man?
somebody's leaving.
Mind your parking spot?
No, you're good. I
Oh.
gotta leave again. I got yours.
Hold on. Peter.
Yeah.
You told me yesterday that you were pretty low on arrows. Did you want to go to the market
Oh
today?
yeah, let's go get some arrows.
Is anybody else interested in going with us to the market?
I'll tag along with you.
Great. Then,
I
you
guess
guys ready to go now, or?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Kendall? Ready?
All right.
All right, so the three of us.
So what do you guys take with you?
Uh,
What are you carrying? What are you wearing?
my warm clothes, and I'm just at my dagger. I don't have any of my other weapons or
Okay.
my armor.
What about you?
My warm clothes and my short sword.
Okay. How about you?
My sword's not bow. I'm close.
Okay.
That's good.
And as much as I assume that anybody could find their way to the market,
Where are you
More like
leaving
real
your
armor.
armor?
I can lead because-
Hold on.
Luna.
Hold on. Where are you leaving your armor and your like your backpack and all that?
Oh, I am taking my back.
Yeah, you can tell half of that.
I'll ask them if I can leave some stuff in your room.
You'll have to ask
Can
one
I
of
leave
these.
some stuff in your room?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you need to do.
Where actually I stay is not always safe for stuff.
I
What the half human?
we've stayed in places like that before, and
Okay, so you
Not
let
this
him
is
put his
the most-
backpack and his armor. In your room?
Yep.
Okay.
and then we
If
can
that's
head
the case,
out
I'll leave
and
my bow in
and
my
not-
room too.
Okay, and his bow and arrow.
yeah, whatever you need.
Yes.
And
So you'll just have your sword on your side.
Yes.
Both my swords and my dagger.
Okay.
Aluna has led me to the market before, so I can lead you guys this time. I know where I'm going for once.
Okay. You guys just let me know when you leave this scene here.
Holy no.
I see what you're saying. I don't know.
And we head
I don't
to
know
the
why I
little
just thought of
market,
You just be.
if that's good with
Okay,
everyone.
would you remove those
Right.
figures from the Green Dragon Inn, please?
Yes.
You
That
just
is
be
my
like,
question for you today, Grant. Figure that out.
fuck, I don't know.
We'll be back. We're going to the market.
With my proficiencies, how long would it take me to make those?
Elephants?
So,
With the
the high
materials.
market,
Uh,
there's the high market,
Elfin.
low market, high market. You're
Human?
gonna pay
Hey, hand me
more for
that
the same
Player's
item
handbook
space.
right there, please.
In low market, generally you pay book price, which he will.
Okay, so meanwhile, you guys are there and you're talking about something.
Yes,
Oh,
we're debating
So why?
what happens when two half elves
Oh.
create.
What's the point?
Well,
Is
they
the
have
offspring
fancier stuff
a
too,
half
but they
elf?
just sell also
Or
some
quarter.
of the same things that
No,
they sell in the low market.
because
It's like going to.
Okay.
it's not half elf and half something else.
Okay.
Oh, you're Fletcher right there.
Yeah,
It's-
right?
It's 100% of what your parents are, so
Okay,
it would still be considered half elf.
so you and you have all
Nobody
gone.
cares about our conversation.
No.
Okay,
We're just going to the
Nobody
low
cares
market.
well, it depends. What are you doing now, I
We're
guess?
discussing what happens when two half elves get together and have a child. It wouldn't technically be a half elf child because it's 100% what the
Well, look
parents
at her,
are.
don't look at me.
I know.
That's-
You're talking
that's
to
what
way
we've been
too-
That's what we're
discussing.
discussing.
You
about.
said what do you depends on what you're talking about or whatever. So I'm making sure you understood what we're talking about.
And other than that, we were
I
seeing.
figured it was an elfin. They have an elfin.
Elephant.
So we're gonna go to the bank
Yes.
and hope it's open.
Yes.
We don't know that.
Yes.
Okay,
So that's where we're gonna head is out.
okay. And what are you all taking with you?
Monthly.
I'm gonna take my step.
Well, one at a time.
Yeah.
Not taking anything out of.
Other than your warm clothes, I guess.
I guess I have to take my warm clothes then.
I mean,
We're coming back.
we always. I don't know about her. I always have my sword in my sheath, but I know to take it off when we get there. But
I have a dagger.
Nonetheless.
So,
wait, did they say no armor either? Is that correct? And then make us take our armor off last time?
Whatever you remember.
Don't remember.
Didn't they ever take our armor off the first time?
Don't remember.
They didn't the second time. They did the first time. We had stripped that out in the cart. No armor, no weapons.
But that's me as well.
So I'm not wearing my armor.
Like, all
And I just
the
leave my
time.
sword here too.
Okay. And how about you?
I'm going to take my dagger and my bag of coins in regular winter clothes. Nothing,
Okay.
no armor, nothing fancy.
Okay. So
I have my traveling money, but
let's go with the most senior members first.
Uh-oh.
If you guys are going to the market, unless you're wanting to do anything other than purchase things, if you could just go ahead and write down what you purchased and just pass me a little note that says what you purchased and how much, and that would be, and record that on your sheets. And then
Tab.
after you do that, I'll roll just for some kind of random bullshit
Yes,
thing.
tab, so you can go right to the shipment list and you can know how much.
Cool.
tab.
Okay, and now with you guys, you go to the bank, the domain of Greyhawk Money Changers and Pawnbrokers Guild, because I
Yes.
gave you actual cool contracts. And
We take with us.
You want to pick up
when you get there,
Right there.
you can see that
Yeah.
Let's go.
it's closed because it's free day.
That's what we thought.
That's what we thought, but we weren't sure if they did.
Okay.
So we go back.
We'll go back.
I put all my shit back on and I'm. Did you tell them you're leaving with me?
Nope.
Well,
It's a surprise now.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna be gone for a couple days if
We'll
nothing
figure
goes wrong.
We'll figure it out.
How about leaving with a note?
Do they have?
Can any of them read or write? Right.
Yeah, I have 22 sheets.
I don't know. Well, let's just ask the innkeeper.
I'll leave them out.
And they can find somebody to read it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna write here and.
Oh, it's in my hair. I was like, where's my
And new guy. Would you write Thea, Peter, and new guy?
Yeah.
Pendle is his name.
Okay, good.
Oh my god.
I was like, I don't know.
You really did write new guy.
I did.
Oh
My
my
new
God.
guy. That was
That's
gonna be his.
so funny.
Now, what you
Okay.
have to do for me is you have to write a backstory
I did.
and include.
Did you? I sent you.
Kind of double check things like that, you know.
How?
You'd think he'd work on this game in between Thursdays, but you know. He's just all about
Oh.
sports
Did
on
you
the
send it
internet.
on the forum or through an email?
Email.
Did you say that low market is book price?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I am gonna see if I need anything else while I'm here.
Do they have like a waterproof thing? A waterproof bag?
I don't.
You sent me the one for
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's called wineskin.
Yes.
By the low market.
Which
You
I
might
guess we
do
don't
how
need
much-
to-
It won't be
That,
waterproof.
though,
It'll be
because-
water resistant.
Because I think that you
You
need
still
to
have it.
figure-
Can you send it again?
Yeah, Lucian is making it. But
Yeah, I never saw that.
die.
That is.
Do me a
Yeah, you
favor
can
and
buy
send
one.
it again.
Oh, you need it for your
Please.
book. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they said you had one. It's just like it's leather treated with like fats and stuff to make it water resistant.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, the wrap that it's
And
wrapped
the
up in.
reason that that's cool is
His
that
book is-
if you have a background,
Yeah, the pouch.
you are allowed
Yeah.
to
Pouch
attempt
for it.
How
Yeah.
is
non-weapon
the pouch big enough
proficiencies
for the
that
book?
you didn't
It's the
actually
size
take.
of one
It's
of
inside
those
of-
books.
That's just my little
Yeah.
thing
That's
to try to
thick,
get
nearly
people
the
to at
same.
least come
But like
It's got fractured pages.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
but with so
Right.
the thing with the fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
For his book, is
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, is
yeah.
what I'm looking for. Can I buy that at the low market?
I don't know because books are very rare.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to be like.
I really
"Here's the
can't
book."
answer that. That's something you got to ask Cobb.
Yeah,
Cobb's
we'll
got
have
to
to
make a roll
ask
for
him
it.
Oh, okay.
when he is like. I'll ask like what shops do you go to? Well, in general,
That's
but
the
since
third
we have
one
something
for a few
specific,
days.
he might be able to
And,
And anything else?
play as like a shopkeep and
Okay.
yeah, and give you the information you're
See if that
looking
shows
for.
up.
I'll let
I'm gonna write
one way or
it
the
out.
other.
Okay. I don't have to fuck with
You're
that.
gonna question it whether they do or not.
Okay, so
Just tell them
apparently
we're
you're
taking-
wanting to do
tell them we're
something
taking,
just besides
Christmas body
buying
back.
Yes.
what's in the book. Okay,
I'm
so
looking-
where are you?
We're in the low market,
market.
right now.
Okay.
I'm looking for a wineskin
Wineskin.
What do you mean?
pouch
Can't
for
tell
the
you.
book that I have.
Okay, so what kind of shop do you go to, I guess? Or do you just browse?
I'm just browsing.
So the closest thing that you see is, I thought somebody, wasn't Lucian trying to make
Yeah,
one
then
for
he
you?
was
and
like
then-
halfway
he
done, then he
died.
died. So
Okay.
So there's
So,
a wine.
If it was on his horse or with his gear, in the
Eight
wagon, then we might still have the parts of it.
Eight
I don't know.
silver.
I wouldn't think he was carrying
But-
on him.
But it's like, if that will work, like you'll have to ask them, like give them the dimensions that would this work.
Did he take any money out in the bank?
So you go to,
Did he deposit
the
it?
closest thing you see is a place that, a leather worker that sells pouches
Okay.
and skins, things like that.
So I guess I walk up to the counter.
Sure.
Hello. Do you sell a water-resistant kind of pouch?
Water resistant kind of pouch. Roll me a charisma check. One low.
4.
All right.
Nice.
He said, "Do you have any kind of reaction adjustment?" I don't think you do. Do that. No, you might. You, charisma. What's your initial reaction adjustment on your charisma?
Yeah,
15.
that's fine.
No,
Wait.
initial read.
It should,
It'll
it's
say
probably
next
like
level.
+1 maybe.
+3.
+3.
Official.
All right. So
That was my
Is that
last
like
one.
rolling one then?
Yeah, natural 1.
yeah, because you modify it and counter
His day was
reactions.
coming for a
You're
while, so I'm prepared.
So he really
Friendly.
likes.
I gotta get a
Oh,
bigger notebook.
and then you roll the 4 minus 3.
3, which is a 1.
Unfortunately, I
So
grabbed
he seems friendly to you, and he says, "Tell me exactly why you would want that, and maybe."
Okay.
I'll see.
I have this very special book, so to speak, that I would like to keep safe.
Bookstores.
Okay.
It's something that's been passed down to me for generations, and I'd like to
I
keep
see.
it. I want
see.
to keep it safe.
Okay. And would you happen to have the book with you?
I have the dimensions of a book, which is about. Do they use inches or centimeters?
Just do it with your hands.
Which is about like maybe yay big and like yay wide, and like this thick.
Okay. Okay. So we're talking about foot tall,
Half a foot
half a
wide.
foot wide.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay. So he comes up and he brings over a piece of leather,
Okay.
and it's a bigger skin, and he starts drawing on it with charcoal
Okay.
out of like a fire.
Yeah,
And he's like, "How about this?"
Hear me?
And it looks like maybe a little bigger.
Like I said, I really want my sip on you.
I mean, that could work. Can we cut it down a little bit? Is that
You want it to
I don't
cover
want.
it
I don't
and, like,
want to
hold
do
it closed,
I-
or is it something you want people to be able to open and look at, or is it just like for traveling where you would put it in there
Like you
and
don't
then
want people
and
to look
then
at the book while
it would
it's covered.
stay closed?
something like that. Yes.
Okay, so really,
I don't plan to get it out much.
Okay.
It's just for safekeeping.
okay. So here's what I'm thinking, because you're not the first person that's ever had something you wanted to stay protected.
I wouldn't assume so.
So what I'm going to say, imagine if you will a sack, just kind of that size, with a drawstring on it.
Okay, that could work.
And then imagine now another one that goes over, like you would take the end with the drawstring and you would put it in another sack down, and then you would drawstring that.
So two bags.
So one whole bag, but 2 bags within. Wait, a bag within the
A
bag.
bag with it, right.
Okay.
Exception.
And then the only way you're going to keep it totally
I've had to be
waterproof
really quiet and behave for like the
would
last
be
4
if
hours.
on the inside of these bags, you coat them with
Sounds awful.
like fat
Before that,
or
I was
wax
at
or
D&D.
something that you
Yeah.
can push down into the seams. And then the top part,
Dealership is
you're going to have to take
So I couldn't get my
Take care.
car leased.
rope or twine
God.
and coat that with wax as it wraps. So it would be a pain in the, you'd have to reseal it
It
every
was. They need
time.
to pay my.
Now,
Is that what you mean? Like, is this,
I don't mean to get this out. Like, I would only ever get this out maybe like once or twice in like 3 fortnights. I'm not gonna get it out very much.
okay.
So-
Okay, so if that's the case,
This big old bag.
you really don't want then
Like $10.
leather.
Where?
What you want is
It's like an off brand. You know, it's like
something that will seal like
Jack links.
Yeah.
a box.
And those are $7.
That would work quite well, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah,
not
it was a lot.
what I do, but I will refer you to somebody.
Okay.
And he points down a couple and he says, "Go see Douglas, the
Douglas.
carpenter."
Douglas the carpenter.
Yes, and if he can't take care of you, you might have to go to the high market.
Well, if
Okay.
his name's Doug, he's not going to do
So
anything
then, on my lunch.
Well, thank you, sir. We will move on to breakfast.
Appreciate that.
So I
Then we
guess
had to
we
record
move
my-
Go
down.
ahead on down, okay.
To Doug the carpenter.
What was the other shopkeeper's name? Did I introduce?
No.
You can just say the leather.
The leather worker recommended me to your shop for
Okay.
something for a project of mine,
And you tell him,
and I tell him.
and roll me a charisma check.
Oh!
Natural 20.
This guy hates you.
But you have a +3, right?
So that's the 17.
Okay, so he looks at you and he's like,
Oh,
he goes, wouldn't be for a book of magic spells.
No,
would it?
no, of course not. Of course not.
Roll me another charisma check.
20.
No, the 20.
You better hope not.
Four. So one. Natural one. Natural one.
No, that would be called the dirty one.
Dirty one.
31.
31.
Okay, so he says, all right, well, I don't want any to be even associated with any of that
Of course
weird
you would.
devil
We're not
worshiping
gonna.
stuff.
Do I look like this awful demonic kind of guy to you?
Anyway,
I love
so you want about this size,
Yeah.
and once again, this is a guy, and he brings out, and he's got like
We're first on docket. We're picking
a sheaf of leather, and he's got a little bucket with a piece of cloth in it, and as he draws on it, he can take the water and wipe it off like a dry erase board. And so he starts drawing out plans,
Okay.
and he says, and so here's the thing,
70,000.
it'll close and the grooves will seal it,
Uh-huh.
and then you're gonna have 3 latches, one on each side and one in the front.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And that'll be pretty much,
Like airtight.
yep,
Great. If I buy this from you, how much is that gonna cost, do you think?
I would say, depending on how quickly you want it, if you gave me the full time, which would take probably 2 weeks, probably something like this, a specialty item, and you want it lined with like very soft cloth to keep the inside of something from being
Yeah.
jostled around.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Okay, probably 10 golden coins,
I'll cover it for him.
but it'll come with a guarantee
33%
Okay.
for 1 year.
A year.
I'll cover it for him. Should I pay you now or when the job's done or?
Half now,
Okay.
half upon completion. Let me draw up a sales
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
And he proceeds to write stuff down, and it is basically a sales receipt, half paid, for box, a watertight box with felt lining. And he asks you to sign it.
Sign
Can you read and write?
Can I read and write?
It'll be on your 9 weapon proficiencies.
You probably don't. I don't.
I cannot read or write, but I can talk.
So what do you do for this receipt?
You can just kind of
I pick.
do your best.
I do like a little scribble to make it look fancy, but it's just a scribble.
Okay, so he says, okay, let me get a good look at you. And you can see he's writing down tall.
Real fucking
And
tall.
what was your percentage of elven heritage that you said people could notice?
I got the years, yeah.
Okay, so he says, are you elven?
About half elf, sir.
Okay, that'll make you stand out.
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Peter.
Just Peter?
Just
No surname?
Peter the
No,
Giant.
not where you're from?
Peter of Bristol.
Where are you from?
This little town called Bristol. You're never gonna hear of it. It's way up
Okay,
there.
well, that's Peter of Bristow. And then you said the giant?
Peter the Giant
And in
is how
parentheses,
I'm.
it says giant.
The whole country.
I love it.
He says, okay, so 5 golden coins, miss. Thank you. And then he takes that and he gives you that. He says, come back in 2 weeks, and he writes the date on it. And he says, I know you can't read, but hopefully somebody you can count 14 days.
I can do that.
Just think of two free days from now.
Okay.
And it'll be it'll probably be in Grow Fest. So I know there's been a lot of People are gearing up for Growfest this year. It's been a long winter.
Thank you so
So we
much.
went and had a beer.
for
Thank you so
drawing
much.
up the plan.
You roll a charisma check.
I'm a room as well.
Yeah, he's not really making.
But with advantage, because you paid him.
That is true.
You want to take the lowest of two
Natural.
rolls.
Holy fuck!
Natural. Oh my God.
So, this guy, he says,
Shitty rolls are done.
"Thank you, miss." And then he looks you up and down and he says, "What's your name?"
Tia Party?
Tia Party. Is this your wife?
No, just friends.
Traveling companions.
Traveling companions.
When we went to get attention,
You know, I got a son.
there are some
He's about 20 years old. Would
people that come.
you like to meet him?
Still kind of in my adventuring phase right now. But thank you for the offer.
Okay. Roll me an observation check.
Was that 30?
Yes, because you don't have observation.
They were using the crock pot instead.
And this is probably the one where you need a 1, I'm guessing, because
Yeah, I think
your
so.
intelligence minus 10.
7.
Okay. You can tell that
Seven
there's
of giant
somebody
potato.
moving around in the back in the shop,
Yeah.
but you can't really get a good look at him.
I'm assuming it's.
I don't know who it is.
But there's that guy.
I don't know who it is.
And you know, it's funny. 'cause we had breakfast sauce, 200.
Okay. It's Handel. Hi. I'm also his son.
Right.
So where are you finished then with this transaction? And where do you go if you are?
We are, and
Well, I mean,
obviously we go to get the arrows that we were talking about. And I want to
Did
get
you write all that information down I told you?
I wrote down the arrows. I did not write down
right
the
down
other
the box.
transactions. Box, but that was
Write down what you
I,
paid
yeah, like, well,
and when to come back for it.
right now when you come back for it, just put 2 free
And
days
that you
from
still
now.
owe 5 golden coins.
So with me not being able to read and write, I just depend on what my memory for that. Like I just say.
Apparently,
come back.
but you have he has a receipt, so if
Yeah,
somebody
he
else can
does.
read it.
Yeah,
But as a player, you need to write it down.
yeah, I wrote. So then I don't have to do anything special for just a plain old backpack ride. I can just put the price. Okay, great. Because I realized this whole time I've had like my belt pouch and then that was it. And I need a backpack. I got a lot of
Okay.
stuff that I want to
You
have.
say so,
How big is a backpack about in there?
I will tell you. Because I have found my handy dandy Sluggo instant maneuver sloogies. And
Great.
I will tell you, is it on this one? No, it's on this one.
Definitely.
Capacity, backpack, maximum weight 50 pounds or 2,500 coins. It has a 3 foot by 2 foot by 1 foot value.
3 foot by 2
You
foot by
got
1
your
foot. Okay,
something bigger, so.
thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what we were.
I think that I've got everything that I need.
And still apply for a while.
Are you ready to go back?
Yeah, I'm ready to go back.
We should probably find him. He was walking around with us and
Oh yeah. I
he's
didn't
been
put-
quiet.
Unless I'm mistaken, were you just hanging around with them?
Okay, if you guys
Trying to
would
look over
like,
his shoulder.
last
I can
time,
almost do it, not quite.
last time that I was in the high market, I'm saying this to both of you guys. Last time that I was in the high market, I didn't get to try one, but there was a bakery that sold these pastries and everybody said that they were really good. So if you guys would like, I can buy us each one or I can buy one for us to split. It's up in the high market. We can head there if you'd like, or we can just head back.
I mean, you're buying.
You're not gonna say no to
If
free
you're
food.
buying, yeah.
Kendall, you up for it?
I have nothing.
Alright, so then we head to that bakery that we went to with the pasta house gang the one day that has those pastries. I don't remember what they were called. I think they had like cream or custard. Oh, that sounds really good to me in person and in game.
Over 40.
Right, I'm probably gonna go get it done. To be honest with you, but yeah.
Over 40.
I don't know how much that is. You might actually have to remind me on that.
Because at one point.
I
Is it
can
a
pay you my
special
one
page?
Weasley gold coin.
Don't worry about it. I got it. Do you remember offhand how much that was, Cap?
I'm looking for it.
Oh, okay.
I thought I wrote it down, but if not,
If you did,
I'm
I'll
sorry.
pay whatever up to
I
2
can
gold
fix that
apiece.
by buying it.
Ideally,
I
it
don't
won't be
think it
that
was
much.
that much.
I didn't think so,
I
but
don't.
I'll pay whatever up to that.
Nick gets stuck now and shit. But
And I'll just get 3 of them. I'm not gonna make us share.
Okay.
I mean, they're also.
So how about since I don't see it here, how about
It was like a pastry with
I've
a
never
fruit
had
jam.
cabbage.
three copper coins a piece?
Okay. So then I'll just give the vendor a silver.
Okay. And they give you a copper coin and
Keep it.
thank you.
All right, you guys ready for a
You
really
each
good
have
fruity
these
pastry
pastries
experience?
that looks like bread covered in maybe honey, and it looks like it's got some kind of thing in the middle of it that may or may not be fruit. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but I didn't put
Oh, well, cheers.
Yep. Okay, so you try them, and they're fucking delicious.
And that will help.
You guys
And,
happy?
I need
It's
this.
like holy shit! Where have you been all my life? This is pastry. You
I
have a
think I'm gonna
smoking
be in the
ass.
basement.
That's something. I don't know.
Need some alone
Yeah.
time.
So yeah, it's
If you guys want, I can get us a little more for the road.
I mean, you paid.
but
You
now
bought
after
me-
you've eaten it, you got like this that kind of hangs out, and you're not
I
used
see
to that.
that.
Because all of our food is
Am I
bland
good
and
with
tasty.
that?
Yeah, it's like a good aftertaste
Yeah.
in general. Yeah.
It's weird. You're like,
Because, like food back then is all like bland and it's just meat
well,
and potatoes.
not
And,
really,
not
but
bland,
this
but
is
like-
totally different.
yeah.
That's why I'm working overtime.
Yeah, I'll take
Okay, do 3 more.
Just
Okay.
racking my
Kendall,
head
are
like
you
you
good?
want about it.
For another
I'm
one?
taking off
Okay.
Monday for his trial, then
No,
I'm
I mean-
working.
He
Same
says-
thing, I give him a
He
silver.
says, now, if you're interested
What do
in
you do?
more at some point, we can make an arrangement, and you can buy
I put it now and put together
a
some
baker's
work
dozen
to prove it.
for
And then I work,
a little
Tuesday,
less money,
Wednesday,
and
babysitter.
I'll
But then
have them
probably
wrapped in
Saturday,
this special,
27th.
like, I don't know, like cloth or paper or whatever that is.
How long will they
You can
keep?
take them out right away. You don't wait. a
That's just that normally
Well,
they should be eaten, they're the
they wanted
best
us to
right
do it.
the first day,
Naturally.
but if you keep them like
They are. They want
away from drafts and stuff, they'll keep for probably a week.
He needs to be able to talk.
I'll discuss it with you in the future, but today I'll just take the extra
Okay.
3. Thank you so much. Here's
the
silver.
Out of curiosity, how much is that thing?
And they're doing one.
Yeah, how much would the baker's dozen be?
3 silver coins.
All right, well, thank you. Maybe at a later date.
No, I didn't have my top second. I had my appendix.
And then you guys walk away, and then we're
But he's
done.
getting his.
Are you guys ready to go back home, or do you have any more shops that you wanted to visit?
I mean, I'm already in your debt. I don't want to rack up my debt.
It's one thing, it's another thing.
I owe a shop. Well, I owe you. Oh my god, I'm gonna. When do you want me to start paying back? By the way.
I'm in no rush.
Alright. Oh well.
Yeah, well, if you guys are all ready, we can just head back to the inn.
That's
So that's
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We just head back to the inn. Probably bullshit around, eat our last pastry.
Sounds
Dash
good.
has been with us the whole time. He's gonna need to stop 3 or 4 times on the way home
He's
to
just
feed.
sniffing everything.
I just give him, I'll break off a little
And
piece
as
of
long
the
as
pastry
you-
and give it to
you're,
him.
as long as you're keeping
that's a nice
him
Oh, we know.
wanting,
No,
he doesn't
we're
stray.
gonna go come.
It's
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, because he's.
Yeah, I'll
He
break
seems
off
to
little
enjoy
pieces
this just
and-
as much as you
Yeah, we
guys.
should be a little
Yeah.
bit- he's having-
Anytime he sees those
Okay.
with one
So
from
I'm
now on,
working
he's just gonna be
overtime
like,
this week because-
but yeah.
That's better than what my mom used to make.
I'll feed the dog, though I don't want
Is that in character?
I don't want you guys
Yes.
to.
Okay.
What'd you
I'm
say? I'm
thinking,
sorry.
Mrs. Rhodes make pastries? I don't remember.
What'd you say?
It's better than what my mom used to make. No, she didn't.
And I'm gonna check and see if that came through. Okay, so you guys return to the
Thank
Green
you
Dragon.
for the homework.
Yeah, I didn't do that on
And-
purpose if it has.
There we go.
I appreciate. Okay, I need to actually record how much money I spent.
Oh, you know what? I did get that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was, okay,
He's
so,
just being a cop.
You've been denied.
He's just being a.
so I guess, we'll expand on this.
Yes,
We'll add in family stuff.
I started off with a little bit of it,
Yeah, okay, good.
and I did notice
It's not
that,
like me to erase stuff, so I don't know.
I only qualified for 1 year. My big year. I'm gonna call it.
Oh shit. I don't know what
See,
I'm
you're
doing.
so much nicer.
It's back here.
It
But
should
with
still
the
be
glasses
okay,
on.
And I get a special
Yeah.
creature.
Okay.
And I just-
Oh, yeah.
and
I remember that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to tell you that for now, you know that where you're from, there's one particular nasty one that sometimes comes from south of the city whenever it doesn't seem like it's getting enough or whatever it wants.
And
it's-
would
it's-
you
it's-
have
Sometimes they let
um,
people do
Sometimes
building
it'll
home.
leak shit out there for it, too.
I did that once.
Yeah.
It never would go towards the city.
Partner or the
People south of that, farmlands and all that. They're like, yeah, we gotta pay the toll. So
So you got chief
that's
and
something that at some point you might want
flight
to tell these
are the
people.
lightweight
You know
ones
what?
that shoot.
There is an issue that I
And
would like to
then
maybe
the
ask
other
help for,
ones-
and that would be a fun
The
adventure.
other ones
So,
are better for piercing armor is what Sean was saying. These shopping lists.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Having my car not work.
Please pass this to
Always
the
better.
DM.
Maybe you're right, I will.
You said write down whatever that we get.
all right,
So-
great.
This is mine. Ignore the second one. I'm writing it down again.
Okay, so just the top.
Yeah, just
Okay. Cool. Very good. Thank you. All right. So you all three walk back into the Green Dragon, and now there's a few more people there, and then apparently, unless things are different, are you guys still up there?
No, you need to give
Yeah.
it to them.
This note would be on her
Forgot
bed
that they
when
lied.
she came back, and my
And then
stuff would
we
be
all
missing.
came back.
Oh, well, then you need to get
Wait,
to her.
Okay, well,
Well,
I
when
can't
she gonna
read.
find it?
You know that I can't read.
Lena doesn't.
She wouldn't get it now. Until she
No,
Doesn't
Luna
matter.
knows
She
that I
said what
can't
she
read
got
in her
because
I know.
because you had to
But
read
she-
me a note from
Well, I
personal.
left you another note.
I
give it
can't
to her
do
now.
anything
My
about it.
point is,
Yeah.
you can't give it to her now. 'Cause she
Yeah, I have to wait for her.
She may not even let you. Once she meets some guy and goes, "This is her midnight."
Yeah,
Oh,
so leave it
it's-
on her bed.
Oh well,
On
like
her
that
bed.
ever happens for
My
me.
point.
Is that
For
one
right
for-
now, we're just.
They could spend all day.
Back.
wondering what
So
the
when
fuck
you
happened.
come back, they're gone.
Well, that's weird.
Well, we're not downstairs.
They didn't mention anything. I'm
Well,
gonna
actually,
go
they
check.
did.
Oh, did they? I missed it. What did they say?
They're gonna do something with the elf.
The elf, Leowin? Or no, he's not an elf. He's I don't remember.
Crispin.
Oh, the one who
He said,
passed.
yeah, he said he was gonna take him back home.
Gotcha. So that'll probably be.
I offered to go with him, but he said he didn't need my help.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just assume that's what happened then.
Okay, so what do you guys do now?
We're just kind of bullshitting, right? Just chatting in the. Unless you guys have
You know,
anything
it's possible we
specific.
are still there. I didn't roll that.
Yeah, it's true. We could still be there.
Okay, I'm
we can
gonna-
still spend our night so I get my power back.
All right, guys. I will be right back. I'm gonna go throw my stuff in my room.
All right, well, stop there for a second. Okay, so
I mean, the plan would be that we're
what, you just tell me what you guys did.
Take a
Start at
burn
the
about it.
beginning.
after we go to the bank and we realize they're closed, we would turn back around and come back to the
I
inn
remember that.
and gather our stuff, and then I would go into his room where he has the elf body. Sounds creepy. And then
I was, I think it's out in the stable. I was told it was outside
I
in
thought it
the
was in your
stable.
room.
No,
No, he said he brought it in.
I asked him and
Leowin.
Leowin to take it to my into the
Okay.
room. Then I bought the room. I didn't want to leave the stable with something weird.
Okay,
So yeah, I had to take up the room. I was originally going to do that in the stable, and I thought that might not work out better.
okay, keep
Yeah.
going.
And then he would do his
I'm gonna teleport us up to the.
thingy.
I don't
Now,
know.
was what you guys are doing, is that gonna split the group? Because I mean,
Temporarily, I can't come back immediately because
I don't want to have players sitting around for a couple hours while we're off doing something else, so.
I'm taking it. Whether I take just him or her and him, it's the same time for me. I gotta wait till I get enough power to come back. So it'll be the next day. Or actually, I said it might be later at night. I'll
Okay,
try to do
well,
later at
let's
night.
just keep going. If it gets
Yeah.
too long, then,
We
mean,
can
that's-
find our characters can find
That was
something
the
else
plan
to
ever
do.
since we made camp the night after he died. So
So you're up in his room doing what?
We're
Waiting for him to do
getting
his.
ready to. I'm going to teleport
Okay.
us to the
Sham.
Emerald. I'm not sure exactly where he's from, so I'm just taking him up to the Emerald Forest.
And where in the Emerald Forest?
Remember the name of the city I was in? It's up there on the edge. It's up there where Eowyn was up there doing all that stuff. I remember the place. I just don't remember the name. You know where the there's some kind of magical thing going on, and there's a big altar or something there. I don't.
Durant wasn't there.
I was up there with
That was
Eowyn.
Skell-Back.
Yeah, I know Kavash was up there. He led all the elves up there, but that's not the same time frame. Because we all traveled up there. The group that was with.
Durant wasn't with them.
So you're saying I've never been to the Emerald?
Not
before.
that I can verify, no.
I've never been to any Emerald Kingdom at all. Or I mean,
Not
any
that I know of.
Elven Kingdom.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, I'm not gonna argue with him about it. My problem is I don't remember exact. It was so long ago.
That bathroom works, right?
It sure does. I fixed it.
Sweet.
I did a few minutes to think about it.
For everybody except for Giant.
Well,
Yeah, make sure you duck.
In the hallway too, so you hit that.
I know he was. He's
Yeah,
like
he almost hit your light in the hall.
he's like this much room.
I think it was hair broke.
He's a tall guy.
I need a few minutes to consider how I'm gonna do this. So,
Can I give player-to-player advice, or is that not allowed?
I mean,
I don't see
Well, I
how
don't want
any
to
of the
like
advice would
metagame
help.
because like my character doesn't know that his character's.
I don't see how it ever. Honestly, don't take any offense. I don't see how your
Well, I
help
mean,
would help. What
I
we're
would
trying to
prefer
do.
we keep metagaming to a minimum.
Yeah.
This is
then I won't say anything.
just
but
as a
I have a
courtesy to
maybe
the-
idea, but it's
to
not
the
a.
other players.
I mean, nothing that I could say would really be like concrete help, but it was just like a thought.
If you want to text me and I'll look at it.
I'm gonna move to my third notebook.
Yeah, I'm starting to run out of mine. Yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
need one? I have like 20.
I have a couple. I think like 20 years ago, I ended up getting like 15 of them when we used to sell school supplies at Price
Way back
Chopper.
in the
Way back in the day.
Remember
yeah.
you guys like were
When I had
remodeling
kids at
it
home.
and you had all this like random HBA stuff
Wait,
on
what?
clearance?
Yes.
I remember that before the remodels.
What did you say? Or what were you looking for? I'm just thinking what the whole conversation was. I was sending my text.
We were talking about notebooks.
Oh,
Because I'm moving on to my third notebook today. This is my last piece of paper right here. I have one that's cool. With some random thing that I don't know. Is this yours?
are you
It does not look like mine. No.
okay?
And
Thank
it's
you.
just going to continue to live on top of my notebook.
You don't mind? It doesn't mind.
You can live there. That's cool.
Happens when you get old.
Crap. So,
I was looking.
why don't we take a little 5-minute break here? Everybody can step outside or use the restroom or do whatever.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
I think Cobb needs it, is what he's saying. He needs to move
Well, I
on.
do need to go wee-wee, but I mean, at least then you could go out and stretch your legs and instead of sitting around.
Look through file.
Toward, I just read this thing that was totally me today. It was like when you try to leave work a little early, but your boss reminds you have 7 hours left.
The other day, Cobb came over. I'm sitting there pushing around a car. Or Cobb came from Walmart. I'm pushing around a cart. We apparently never pulled any of our clip strips, things in here on the store. When they went to clearance, we never pulled them, and we have to do that before inventory. So I went ahead and did my price changes, and then 23 clip strips went on clearance. So So I had, and there's no location for them, so I had to walk around the
And just
entire
find them.
Find them.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
I went around 3 times, and I ended up with like 9 of these like gray totes. They're like this tall and like this big.
Christ. I'd be mad.
I left with 4. There's 4 still to do, and I'm like, that's gonna happen Saturday. We do anyway.
It's a short sword to him.
It
I
doesn't
think
matter
that's
for
too
him.
far.
Toothpick.
Yeah.
Now he has a 20-foot reach.
Ooh. What?
So you would smoke your head on that shelf.
I did.
My God.
No, right. There's like a.
What? There's what? It's
There's-
like eyebrow
there's-
level with
No,
you.
it's not. It's like maybe like a few inches.
No.
Not even an inch. What's that?
Like, you can't even go through that doorway without
I
ducking.
can.
Oh, no, you can't.
No, I can.
He tried to. He
Let
didn't
me
say it.
live.
Just like that cord. You almost took that cord out with your head.
You know what? You're not my boss after tomorrow, so.
True.
So I
He's
better-
leaving me.
Striking you right in
You have
the
to work with Crystal all day.
Yeah, it's true. Wait, is he fresh cat? No, he's meat.
He's fresh cat.
Let's
He's fresh cat too. Yeah. Sucks to be you.
Who?
See,
My brother.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
Just ignore him, I do.
If I do the job better, though, I might be his boss one day.
that'd be awesome.
Did you hear about the CSN position opening up?
I did.
You should pass the test.
I don't know.
It should tell you right away.
Well, then no, it's not.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It'll tell you right away if you're competitive or non-competitive.
Yeah. So,
Did you take the higher one up? You can take it twice.
no, because there was no higher one.
It is.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
Unless they got rid of it.
I mean, Dan said he'll check for me, so I'll know by tomorrow if I can take the other one. So I'll
Because that's what I had to do. Because I didn't pass this like supervisor manager
Yeah.
position one. I passed the assistant one.
I'll take the other one if there's the other
It's
one.
the exact same questions. But literally, you have to answer yes or no. Like all the way. You know how it's like the 1 through 5?
Yeah.
Do not pick like
Don't pick 3.
3, 2, or 4. It's either 1 or 5.
So they want you to have a strong, solid opinion.
In the favor of the corporation.
So not your own opinion,
No.
but okay.
String cool.
Drink the one.
Great value Kool-Aid. Just great value Kool-Aid. This is literally my character to your character all the time.
If I invite
Okay.
you somewhere and I don't want to shit about your financial situation, just come on.
Yeah, I got you. I know I've been on this one.
I'm sorry, we can do that instead.
I
I don't know.
remember a little more about
I just
it. I
wonder.
realized it was that's fine.
To make
Not
money.
really arguing.
The answer is no. Do not sell your body.
How did you know? How did you know? How did you read my mind like that? That was weird. Don't do that.
Sorry. Just where I was going with it. Like, I wonder.
To make
Because, like-
money. That's even the way you said it. You're like, I'm gonna be a hooker.
No, but I mean, like,
I'm gonna be a gigolo.
technically, my race isn't the ugliest thing in the whole kingdom. So I mean, like, it could work.
Alex
Oh,
are, like,
you're talking about your character.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we're talking about real life.
Yeah.
No.
We're out here going with it.
Oh,
Okay, I was the only one who knew you were
No,
talking about
I-
her.
okay.
I knew you were talking about your character. Oh my goodness.
Okay, that thing that I just showed you, Emily just now tagged me in it.
No.
I'm gonna say you're late. I just showed Tyler this.
I don't know. You probably make a decent amount. Like you're good looking too. In the character in the game, like you're like your charisma's really high.
Yeah,
Your
right.
Raphael, and he's a bard, so you know.
So I mean, like, I could
Remember the bard?
be an escort. I could be a guy escort. What are those called?
Jiggle.
Gigolo. I could be a gigolo.
Peter's gonna be a jiggle.
Start again.
Yeah, so what we did that when they were gone or when they left, we gotta hire somebody to help us get them, of course. They're stable boys or
What?
The fuck are you doing?
I'm singing to
are they
myself.
boys?
young
Are they-
men.
They look strong enough to lift the
Young
body.
man.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Young man.
I asked him, I
Does anybody
said,
know the next
one of our fallen comrades we have wrapped up. We need to take him to his ambassador's place here in Greyhawk. Could the both of you, I'll give you some gold each. Would you carry the body down and put it on one of our horses so we can take him over to the Owen ambassador?
Roll me a charisma check.
You know, this is the second time I had to be around a dead body for you. First time I was bringing you in.
I failed.
Yeah, you did.
Did you roll an 80-20?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
Yeah, me or
okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, they look totally weirded out by the request. Apparently, the thought of hauling a corpse didn't agree with them for some reason.
And they called
And
for
they
us.
proceed to
That's fine.
head
Thank you.
inside.
Well, we head inside too.
Uh, And they go up there and they see you following them, which makes them kind of even more frightened. And they go behind the bar and he's like, "What's going on?"
I don't go
And
behind
then
the bar.
they're just waiting. They're quiet and kind of like hiding behind him.
Me.
So I talked to him and said, that, you know what I carried upstairs last night, right? When I got the room?
I'm gonna
I had the two
remove
guys
myself
carry
from
the-
the situation.
It was one of our fallen comrades. I got the room before we went up to the room. I had two of our guys carrying him. Anyway, today we're going to take him to the Elven ambassador's place here in Greyhawk so they can deal with the remaining how the elves do.
Okay.
I'm not strong. Aluna and I'm not strong enough to get him down to put him on one of our horses. I was trying to hire the boys to do that. They seem kind of weirded out by it.
I see. Okay. So
I mean, he's wrapped up. He's not like,
he turns around and he
loose
says,
carcass.
"Relax
Not
there, relax there, boys. This isn't the first time adventurers have had to take their corpses some places." He says, "Do either one of you want to make a little extra coin, or should we call for the laborers?" And they were like,
I offered them a gold each to help
"He
me.
goes, that's pretty good money." And they say, "And that's okay with you?" And he says, "Fine with me. Just don't waste time. You work here, but we offer certain services. It says so right on my sign."
Offers certain service.
We'll carry your corpse away, sure.
The letter with the sign says.
He looks. That's got the sign on it, and he just
Oh, okay.
points to behind the bar. And
So what I see is anything else, and you might be in the wrong establishment. That's what I read on it.
so they're like, "Well, if you say it's okay," so he says, "Fine, all right then. You get him for that job."
Yeah, all I gotta do is take it out. One of
You
the
said
horses.
it's already wrapped up, and
Yeah, it's wrapped up in a
yeah,
order
you don't
blanket.
have to touch it, boys. And they're like, "All right." So they seem relieved.
It could have gone really bad.
We open the door for him. Open the other door so they go out to the stables.
Okay,
And I tell one of the horses to just lay it over the horse,
they do.
and I give him each gold.
And, they're
Hey, you
like,
don't
and
know?
the one looks at the other one and is like, "That's all?"
All you had to do.
One's like, "Dope. You said we had to carry it."
No, I just
And
wanted to
and
put on
one,
a horse.
they're talking to each other.
Oh, all right.
And the other one's like, "That's what I thought he said." And he's like, "Man, that was the easiest gold coin we ever made." And then they turn around and one's like, "Well, check it." He bites it and he's like, "It's real." And they're like, "Thanks, mister." And then they go on about their business, whatever that is.
It's like a cartoon.
So,
So we lead the horse to the.
All the teeth check.
okay. Aluna can take you right there because she has city familiarity
I was
on
just
her
saying,
sheet.
didn't we? We were just there too.
Thank
when-
you.
And when Tam was there checking on something, remember? Not Tam. Ewan. So it wasn't-
And when you get there,
But I still know it.
I don't even know where-
what do you do?
I knock on the door.
Yeah, there's a
The
couple
door knock.
guards out front in ceremonial garb.
Gentlemen,
And as you approach, they look you up and down.
Gentlemen, I have a fallen comrade that is of your race that we brought his body and belongings. I don't know what to do with them. I wanted to move.
Did he have a will?
I don't know. His name was Crispin. He's
And where did he say he was from?
north.
From the Emerald Kingdom?
Yes, northwest of here, somewhere in the Emerald Kingdom. Somewhere near the edge, I think.
Well, let's take a look
Small
at
town.
him then. And so one walks over and
And his
Looks
sword's
up the
wrapped up
thing.
with him.
I don't recognize this elf.
He died defending our group from creatures that have been plaguing the Cairn Hills that the city has sent people out to try and deal with. And he was not able to, we were not able to, he succumbed to his wounds.
It's a sad story.
It is. But I wanted to do the right thing and make sure he got back to his people. Or I know your ways are different. I don't know where to take it.
Let us bring this to the attention of the ambassador and see what she says.
Please.
And the one goes inside. Comes back a short time later, and the ambassador comes out, and you've seen her before. Ambassador Fiorana or something, or Alustriel or something like that.
Something like that.
And she takes a look and then says, "It's a sad day." He says, and with no apparent will or place.
I didn't look through his belongings, so I don't know if he has something in there. I made sure he has his sword and his other belongings. I don't know if he has something in there that may indicate something. I have not searched through it.
Roll me a charisma check with advantage because she is there.
On this one?
Yep.
Man,
Well, you have advantage, so if you didn't get a 1, you might want to roll again.
I got 2 and a 5.
Always take advantage rolls if you can, just on the off chance you get a critical success.
Can I make my roll to see if I remember? He told me where he was from, and I don't remember.
If you would like to, absolutely. You're
Keep
rolling.
turning.
You are rolling. Actually, let me double check. I think that's correct. In the house rules section on the forums, in case anyone out there ever wants to see some alternative rules, I would suggest every player here take a look at these at some point.
The house rules on the form?
Yeah, just because it's good to familiarize.
Have you changed anything recently?
Other than the observation rules.
You would too.
Okay. Well, I read everything else on there, but I haven't. Observation control.
And then you give him, you could give him half of that instead of life. I would totally take a slap for $44 million.
Where do you sign that up?
Okay. See this
It
kid.
was like, would you slap this kid for $88 million?
Yeah.
I don't think he could.
Yeah.
He's so
I can
cute.
do it.
Obviously, yeah.
I'll
I
slap
do
you right off his little puss. And then
Like,
kick
if
him
you
in the
felt
balls.
bad about it, you
Shoot, I'll do
Fine,
it.
I'll slap the kid.
yeah, right?
I'd knock
Make him
in
happy.
the
I
mouth.
would take 10 grand for a slap.
You didn't say I had to do it on TV in front of anybody.
Oh yeah, D30 versus intelligence. Go ahead.
Made it.
Ray Dark Oaken Forest.
You know, I do remember. It's Ray Dark in the Oaken Forest.
She says, "I am aware of that." And
His family is still there. I'm not sure he had kid and wife, but
what was his name?
Crispin.
Is that all? Was there any other name or?
Crispin the elf. That's all I know.
Okay. Can you tell me anything else about? And she looks at you. Can you tell me anything else about him that would help find his next of kin?
He was.
And she is appearing to be solemn and wanting to help.
I know he said that
She looks very beautiful in her long flowing robe. with the nice stitch work, her elven frame, and her face framed with the wimple and the long hair. Her eyes sparkle with the snow and the ice as if her face was representing the actual season.
Wow. I know he said he was sent to help find out what's going on in the Cairn Hills.
Sent by, don't know.
Whoever's he reports to.
Was he
in your military.
Was he a member of?
Yes. Your military or whatever you call it.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely know anything else about him. So that an elf comes out.
Unfortunately, we didn't know him that long. We met him on the journey, and he met his end on the journey.
She looks at you and she says, "Look at me, dear child." She says, "Is there anything about him or his life that I need to be aware of?" Do not look away.
Oh, he was religious. What was his god?
I used my roll up. You have one.
She says, that is not what I meant. I meant as far as your associations.
Huh?
What?
Did you or anyone that you work with have anything to do or have any grudges, or was he killed because of your past
No.
liaisons?
No.
She's no longer involved in that.
Hold on there, sir. I'm speaking to a Luna.
No, he was.
Yeah, you are.
Roll me a charisma check.
Me?
Yep. With disadvantage this time.
Nope.
Well, you got to roll it again in case you get a natural 20.
Nope.
Did you still fail?
Yes.
Okay. So she grabs your arm and pulls you aside to where only you and her can talk.
I stay away.
And
With a look of disgust on my face and shaking my head.
she says,
Try to do a good
"This
thing.
man, his rudeness aside," and then she starts speaking in Elven, even if you don't understand it, and you just give her the and she's like,
I'm sorry. I don't
You-
speak it.
"You should know your tongue."
Well, I was raised here with humans, so I speak Southern. My father just recently met him.
Word travels fast. There's not much about Elvenkind that does not pass through these doors,
Yeah.
especially when it's so directly linked to the throne.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we feel that are no longer associated with that group of people.
And she starts
That would
giving you
cause
these
him
look
harm.
with this eyes and the facial tics, and you're just thinking she's looking a little weird, and she's like, and then she just kind of does the standoffish maneuver and folds her arms and says, and the DM says, "Make me a charisma check."
Oh, she's gonna fail this.
Maybe not.
Oh, I passed.
By how much?
3.
Okay. She says,
Not bad.
Lynn's not a good looking out.
I want to believe you, and for the moment I am going to believe you.
4.
And
Oh, nice.
for
No,
we will do what we can for our fallen
I appreciate that. That's great.
member. She says, "Do me a favor. Explain to him that if he is going to act this way, he should not come here. Only you."
Okay. I will explain that to him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she bows slightly, and then she reaches out and she touches you on the shoulders, nods, and then immediately goes back inside without looking at anyone else. And then as she's entering, she whispers to one of the guards and heads in. The door closes, The guard then comes over and he grasps hold of the reins of the horse and he says, and he's looking at you, may I take this horse around to the back and go in the back gate, and then you should come with me, and then you can take the horse back.
Okay. Yes. I'll
Okay,
follow you.
and then that's what he does, and
Must have been really drunk. Okay.
and then that's what happens.
Hurry up.
Yep.
I'm tired of this place.
Yep.
My decision to bring the body back here on my horse. They treat me like a second-class citizen. Level this fucking building with a thought, and I walk away.
The guards don't seem to
Okay, as long as they're
pay
okay, I
attention.
won't say
No,
anything then.
they've
I turn around. I'm this far from just pushing the body off the
Yeah.
fucking horse and leaving with the
No, no,
horse.
no, no.
Yeah, the body's
Just
dead.
go,
Who the fuck
just go,
cares?
just go.
I was nice enough to return the sword with it too.
Just go.
the guards don't seem to notice.
I
it.
know.
You do know
I'm just pissed off because these people, oh, they're whatever. Just hurry up.
I don't remember.
I wait here. Hurry up.
I go with them. None of my, well, not none of my boards. That board is
Oh, fucking open bullshit.
I like this a lot.
mine.
The DM has grown to
That's what I
love
was thinking too.
the
Like,
reactions.
So cool.
It's my bread and butter.
Hurry up.
So anyway, that
James,
happens.
whenever they're around the corner
Sunflowers
somewhere.
are my favorite thing.
And then you come back with the horse.
Yeah, there's a theme.
They don't like you.
Like every once in a while.
Whatever.
Where you-
See if I ever do any favors for them again. You just let them bury it on the side of the road instead of trying to bring it back here.
Hey,
A lot of good that did me, huh?
you're remember?
Trying to do
No,
the
no,
right
no, no,
thing.
go ahead.
Trying to do
Aluna,
nice
wait,
things.
pause, hold on.
Like, you know what I got out of
You
this?
should, wait, hold on. You should assume that the guards can hear him.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just saying, because you,
I assume everybody within earshot can.
well, it's just the guards and her.
I'm just saying.
It's a pretty big front yard.
Well, I'm not being quiet.
She's
Go ahead.
like, I know.
I just want to make sure I'm setting the scene, that's all.
Seemed like she was more interested in whether or not this guy died because
I don't know.
what you used to be, and maybe he owed you money or something.
No.
Fucking bullshit. I'm the one that brought him here, not
Hey, hey,
you.
hey, you did it because you're trying to.
I
do
should have
good
brought him
things.
back without you. Then maybe they wouldn't assume that he was a mark.
The,
So
at this,
rock in
at
your
this,
mind.
no,
I
at
walk
this,
away.
the guards
Looks like it's growing
take
on
their
me.
swords and you hear them slowly,
I love that.
or I guess you don't, but you notice that they have pulled their swords and they're staring intently at him, but not leaving their post. You are currently 20 feet away from the door.
What are you gonna fucking do? Huh?
No, at
Nothing.
that point I start walking and trying to push him away. Away.
Roll me one more charisma check.
Both of us.
No, just him.
I'm making it.
Okay. So do you let her push you away, or
Yeah.
okay? So that's what you do, and then what do you do?
Go back to the inn. Come on.
Okay.
Bullshit.
And just then, two people
So I guess you took credit for
are
it, too,
walking
right?
walking the road of the opposite
Tell her I'm
way.
the one that brought him there.
And
You treat me like
you
bullshit.
guys notice that the two people that are walking somewhere else.
Are
along
they
the road-
Elvin?
No,
I don't give a
but
fuck.
they're staring and they're like walking.
No.
Fuck you looking at.
Hey, Nick.
They don't seem to. They're like
I saw this.
dandies, so they're not. They're
Nick, hey, you're trying to do good things to
I don't
change,
know.
to make you to be a better person. You don't
Yeah.
always get recognition.
Why should we-
I don't need it, but I don't need the opposite of recognition, and that's what I'm getting.
They're elves. They do.
Okay. I can
Elf
fucking find
things
it.
and they're
I don't know.
weird.
It's like my favorite thing to do.
Let it go.
I'm trying.
Without blowing anything
I'm
up.
trying.
Aluna, roll me a 30. Please tell me if you get a 1.
You're at 27.
No. Okay.
It's not the time for the wrong person.
Just go back to the inn.
Alright.
Deep breath. Some ale. No picking fights with anyone. Low profile.
You can see there's a lot of breath coming out of the hood. like a little choo-choo train.
It is funny.
He's a mad
Yeah.
choo-choo train.
Yes.
Woo woo!
As you imagine the hood like down here and all these like a dragon.
Yeah.
It's the breath out.
Exactly.
Okay, so do you do anything other than go back to the inn?
No, I just make sure
Okay.
he doesn't do anything.
Let's
Kill anyone.
let's go back to let's go by the Major College. It's on the way.
Are you working with him? One of my fences and me.
No.
Or like, this
I'm
is
just-
pain.
I want to go to the Major College.
I'll see if I can
Is that
find
okay,
it.
Mom?
It should be on her face though.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Okay, so you guys
Trying to keep you out of jail. You're gonna be.
you guys head on over. You go back to the processional, and then you head down past the High Market, and you go through the Garden Gate, and you're going past the Thief Catcher's Guild Hall on your right, and you look over, and roll me a D12.
I was gonna say D2. I was like, that's not
No,
fair.
D12. Roll me a D12, please.
11.
Okay. You see people kind of, they look like they're hanging out there on the stoop. Not even, they look there in some kind of conversation. Couple thief catchers and a couple other people that you don't know.
Oh, a couple big catchers.
And then,
Wait, on the stoop of the Thief Catchers Guild?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That'd
I
make
was
more
thinking somewhere
sense.
else.
and then you keep going down the processional, and there's some businesses and what have you. And then finally, off to the left, you see the old Wizards College, or whatever it is, the pyramid. And where do you go now?
I walk around the building, of the outer gate. I mean, the outer wall. I just walk around looking at it.
Do you go through the lawn, or do you stick to the path?
Well, both, because then
There's one
part of the path goes around it, but then there also just grass around it too, in places.
There's grass all the way around it, and there's one path on the far side by the well that goes from the well to the pyramid.
That's the well that they were drinking out of the
Yes.
poison, right? The same well?
Apparently,
Because it was supposed to be demolished or whatever. I go to the well and look in it and see if it's been dealt with.
it's
Let's see if we can find it.
you look in and it's dark. So
Before it was caved in, so we didn't.
Well, it's supposed to.
when you go up and you look, you can see that there's
See
there's
it?
water in there, but it looks like there might be rocks in there too, boulders or something. So
Rocks and water.
I mean, it is a well, and as much as you try to fill a well up, there's probably still going to be something. So,
Yeah.
Well.
but anyway, it does not look exactly the same, and there is like a little. It looked like there was like I don't want to say sawhorses, but some kind of gate, like wooden gate that had been put up, but it's like looks like somebody else has come up here and went, what's in there? So- Okay, so that's where you are now. You're at the well, and then the due east is the little path that would take you to the pyramid if you wanted to approach it. But there's also the fence, and so you stop at the fence.
You're like, you have a point, but.
But still.
As you look around, you can see people off in the distance doing whatever on free day, and you can almost hear the low market, maybe. You know that the Blue Bulge is just right over there, and you can see some people going in and out of there. A lot of smoke and chimneys. The wind whips up occasionally. A lot of people pulling their cloaks tight as they're going wherever. You don't really see a huge town guard presence. Maybe they're at the markets or at other places because it's free day. This seems to be not a very happening place. Seems like most people, as you would expect, are kind of hesitant to go around it.
Want to go in?
Yes.
There seems to be an air of mystery
I don't have any
to the place.
way to see in there.
I have
It's dark.
All right, and we're
And
back.
there's like a
Oh my
slide.
God.
Yeah, that motherfucker's dope.
And we're live.
Hey,
Thank you for telling. Thank you for telling.
you're welcome. I don't know how long it's been.
It's,
I don't know.
Not long. It has 5 minutes from when it turns off before it forces you to start a whole new broadcast.
So less than.
So we
5
caught it
minutes?
quickly?
Yes,
Okay.
Hey.
because every time it does that,
You know what? You
I've checked the video. it
bitches
seems
always
like
give me
5
so
minutes.
much shit for being on my phone, but we just saved the day because bitches wouldn't load. I guess we should put that back.
The hunter experience.
Fuck yeah!
You mentioned the light wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I told you.
Okay, so
She's noticed.
It was
because she
actually
wakes up
Peter.
and takes a selfie.
Yeah, because she was busy. not-
Peter actually noticed that the light wasn't on, but I noticed the internet was
Okay,
working. So
how
let's
about
split
you?
it 50-50.
All right, shut up so we can continue role playing.
you know what would be great? No. Okay,
No.
so you guys are there.
I tried.
I look around. Is there anybody within view of where we're at on the backside towards the well?
Apparently not today.
Okay. I'm gonna
But that
clairvoyance.
could change at any moment.
I'm gonna clairvoyance into the room where I got some stuff.
Okay.
Do I hold on to you?
No, not yet. No, you don't do nothing like that. I'm successful.
Okay.
So,
I don't remember. God, is it dark in there?
So that was
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah. Okay.
uh,
I got it.
open a dimension door in front of me. But now I'm standing looking away from like my back's to the wall of the outer wall.
Right.
So the dimension door will be in front of me and it'll be in that room. So as soon as it pops up in that room, it'll shed light in the room.
Short.
oh,
Okay.
Peach.
Right there.
No problem. And then
Yeah.
Seen one?
No.
I like to see. Hold it here.
I'm using it cat there, so.
And then I
Hold on. Did you say it's cold in here?
but it's
I
not,
have goosebumps
fine.
going. It's because I'm
my-
and I'm eating ice.
I don't feel the fan at all.
All right. So it looks like how you left it.
Well, I just need to see. I don't have my light on. That was a bigger issue. So I go ahead and come on. I stepped there,
Step inside.
and then it wasn't a perfect roll, so around.
They're like $7,000.
Basically it's done.
Yeah,
I'm not
that was.
even- I don't know. It's like
I dropped the
if you were
fires
to, like,
immediately
buy
after
one
we
pure
go.
bread from a breeder.
And then
$7,000.
can you try to light a torch? My stuff's over there, somewhere right in front of us. I'm sure you can see it. It's right in front of us, right here. There's a pack. You can see it. There's supplies there. I just can't see it. I'm not very good at
Do you
using
have a
the point.
flint or is it
There's
just?
a tinderbox and
Oh, that dog
probably
is
just one torch.
100% worth.
I don't have fire making or survival thing. So was it
My problem is I can't see
Check on
it
a 30?
I'm not even 100% sure.
All you're trying to do is light a torch.
with a tinderbox.
And I also
With a
don't care
tinderbox.
because nuts are even sweeter.
so what do I want? What
She
am I
can see the
rolling?
tinderbox on the torch.
You don't need anything. You can.
Like every
I can
dog
do
I've
it?
ever had.
Oh, okay.
I'm not-
So I would light a torch and make
Well,
So I see it.
I really don't.
Yep.
I've had 2 dogs. My there was Jasmine, who was a Coca Cola dog,
That's fine.
and Dexter,
Thank you.
Boxer,
Oh.
and Black Mix. Would love.
Yeah, this ain't the same as my coin.
Cute. I love him.
I need to get a coin back.
So did you want order in here?
I don't know, I'm just pissed off, so this will relax me.
That's Mings.
Okay. So meanwhile, what are you guys doing at the Green Dragon?
We've just been talking at our table, I guess.
Which is fine. Just in case you wanted to do anything that I needed to know.
If I had spent that time training the dog, would that take away any
So we still
time,
don't
or
have
is
water,
it still 3
because then
months
we changed
set?
our mind, never took water.
Because the
So
book
you-
says 3 months,
Did you give them water?
3 uninterrupted months.
Okay.
We
So
need-
if I were to train more on one day, would that shorten the time at all?
She goes in her room.
She did.
Well, you can certainly try. I think at
No,
the
we
end of the
stopped
thing
it.
you roll to see if it works. So.
Did you-
Oh, okay. Well then,
Hey, I'm sorry, I need to
yeah,
back this
I'll
up
do.
real quick.
It's been what,
You
a couple
stopped
extra
them
hours?
before when we had to make a roll to see if we were gonna go, and then we took a break. But when she went up to her room, we never did anything with the note after we changed our mind. So she still would have found
Yeah, I
that when
never
she went to the
picked
room
it
and throw her stuff in. Lay on the bed with a small pouch of something.
It's a small pouch.
Okay, I would open the pouch.
There's 10 golden coins in it.
And some
Uh,
scribbling on paper.
I would take this back downstairs and say, I can't read. Hendel, do you know how to read?
If you could read and write, it would be, I think, over here, non-weapon proficiencies.
Nope. Native languages, southern tongue.
Well, I can't read. So.
Who's at the bar right now?
Ricard, the bar owner.
So I would walk up to Ricard and say, Ricard, I know this is probably a strange question. Do you know how to read?
Yes.
Would you mind reading me this note? It was left, I assume, by one of my companions. Would you mind reading it to me?
Roll charisma check.
Passed by 5.
He says, yes, I don't mind at all.
That did not work at all, I'm sorry.
Okay, he says, let's see, it says, Thea, Peter, and Hendel. Myself and Hood are going to be gone for a few days. We are taking Crispin's body back to his people. I leave you with, or W/ a few, looks like gold to keep you housed. Aluna. 10 gold.
That was so she knew what was in the pouch if I wasn't there.
That wasn't written on the note. That's just there's
Yeah,
a gold in the cap.
And then that's all.
Thank you so
Hands it
much,
back to you.
Ricard. Well, that explains this pouch.
So do you go back to where they're sitting?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
just relay, Crispin, oh my god, Hendel, you're correct. They took Crispin's body back. They're trying to get him to his people. Aluna left me these 10 golden coins so that we can keep staying here. Are you good staying where you were staying, or do you want to move to the inn with us?
No, I mean,
Because you and
I don't
Peter
know.
could share a double room.
Yeah, since the hood's gone away.
Yeah, and with Aluna's 10 gold, we could all stay comfortably.
because where I stay, it's rather rough.
Gotcha. And I can move to a single room, or you can move into my room. There's 2 beds, so nothing hanky.
Oh.
Nothing hanky. Yes. So whatever you want to
Sometimes
do, are you in a
she goes
single or are you in a double?
I'm in a double because I share a room with the hood.
Well,
So you can.
either you can move to a single, or you and Hendel can share, and I can move to a single.
Well, I snore. I've been told that I snore, so if that's okay with you.
Hendel, do you? It's up to
Fine
you.
with me.
All right. Well, then you're welcome to move in with me.
Okay, well then, Cobb, whenever it's convenient, I would go talk to Ricard again
What?
and see if we could change our rooms to, or change my room to one single.
Someone called Hood
Pull that
the hood.
feed up on your
I feel like
phone.
that's
Tell me
like
if
a
you see
murder.
anything
Murder.
On the
If I ever had
Forum?
a roommate called the hood, yeah, I
on the
would,
game.
I'd get right out.
Okay.
oh on
You're like,
YouTube.
You know,
I haven't gotten anything new on
Bye.
Thanks, but no.
That's how you get murdered.
If you befriend the murderer, then you're not going to get murdered because you're friends with him. I don't know.
I'll murder you first.
Yeah, but like, okay, so if you're the murderer, right? And we become friends, would we become like?
Well, some murderers murder people that they love so that they're with them forever. and
That's
weird.
horrible.
So I
Never
have
mind.
it up until
Fine.
like 13 minutes ago, and then it's just like your
Just saying.
profile picture, and
Gonna
then
put you
black
in the rose
screen.
garden. And there comes
You do
blooms
that,
out-
okay?
There
Bye.
kind of blooms, I think of you.
That's weird.
Way to be creepy.
I don't see anything working here, Cobb.
Yeah,
Yet.
it says live, like
Yeah,
the
but
video
there's
says
nothing
live, but it's like black.
Frozen. Well, yeah, it went to black.
Why are you pointing it at?
Well,
It's the only place that you can't see.
Is it underneath my boob? Because I can't.
No,
see
it's on your
anything.
cup. It's on your cup. It's on your cup. It's on your cup.
Was it over it.
But like not through the
I can see it right here. If I,
like not.
no. But see, I just assumed it was like right
No.
here because I'm just like, I can't see that. I just see boob when I look down.
Boob.
It's my daughter's new thing.
But boob.
Boob. She
Boob.
comes to me and goes, boob.
Or
She
she
points
just,
to my boobs and then she points to herself. And then she did to grandma and then she looked at daddy and goes, boob.
Daddy.
That's funny.